Welcome, Red Knight.
Good evening, guys. What a night tonight. Good to see you. We're gonna get to a little Macbeth, followed by Hogwarts. Perhaps even time for Darkest Dungeon tonight. A lot of great fun with that yesterday with the mods. Looking good. Initial frame drop here coming from Wi-Fi. Something like that. Looking good, though. A very exciting night of theater, and friends shall get into details as is encouraged, as is necessary. But for now, looking good overall. Let us begin with a nice time of it tonight, Macbeth, as I load up Hogwarts, basically. We will have good time proximity with that. It is only 9 o'clock. It's a good time to start streaming. So, added some new things for Nightbot. The recent commands, avatars looking good. Firebot is working. I do believe. Let me just adjust that a little bit. There you go. Ace playing Fortnite. Well, not this Ace. That's kind of funny. Alright, anyway. Looking good. We'll consider other stuff for the stream title here down the line. For now, let's launch up, get into the Macbeth. Good fun. And we will test the broadcast periodically. You see the little Ace shadow there. That's funny. Alright, yeah, we'll just launch it for now. Looking good. And we will get to it. Evoke Ancient Magic. Alright. I said I was going to mark either post-it notes or such. I don't think I really have very good material for that, so I'll just go ahead and dog-ear it for now. Let's start off there. Act 1, Scene 2. As we enjoy some Hogwarts. On the way. This is the sergeant who, like a good and a hardy soldier, fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend, say to the king the knowledge of the broil as thou didst leave it. See how we can just dog-ear that a little bit. The worthy Thane of Ross. I'll just do that periodically here for each little highlighted scene. I think that would be efficient enough to get it on the right track, have other fun. Great times. Alright. So a few more pages till Act 1, Scene 4. My liege, they are not yet come back, but I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness's pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death to throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle. Alrighty. Should be getting into it here. Good. Nearly good to go. Just be a little periodic. Yeah, sorry, the frame is absolutely horrendous right now. Frame rates of the stream. Not so much the frame drop, just the frames themselves. It is interesting. Alright, we will get there here soon. It's on the way. Wi-Fi, other madness. Just give me a moment. The recorder guy, can we have good pictures? Maybe I post a main Instagram story at least. The monitor is off. How did that happen? Just trying to load up the game here and the monitor is just off. Alright. It's still loading the well, actually I did update the graphics drivers, so probably something to do with that. I got the shaders, just the recent things here. So we get to Act 2, Scene 3, I believe. Yeah, next one. Sorry, the game capture not working initially, but We're about ready for live soon anyway. Let's head on over. Frame drop is calmed down enough. Yeah, we're at 1.4%. Looking good for Wondrous Wednesday. And the rest. I was going to get to micro. We'll save that for tomorrow. That'll be good for tomorrow. Yeah, it's a bit late for micro. Okay. Oh, by whom? Quick doggy ear for that. Probably efficient way enough to do it. I've never really done that before, so first time for everything. Okay. Why do we hold our tongues that most may claim this argument for ourselves? No. Why do we hold our tongues that most may claim this argument for ours? Nor our strong sorrow upon the foot of motion. What will you do? Let's not consort with them. To show an unfelt sorrow is an office which the false man does easy. All to England. This murderous shaft that shot hath not yet lighted, and our safest way is to avoid the aim. Therefore, to horse, and let us not by dainty of leave-taking, but shift away. There's warrant in that theft, which steals itself when there's no mercy left. Okay. That is it for a good while then, upon the exile. Hogwarts, getting good. Saying hi to Dark Magician. Oh, she was just playing Hogwarts, so I just missed her, like, getting off Steam, but as old Left 4 Dead friend. Okay. And they're all here for now, probably pretty good. -9 decibels, we'll see the other balance there. I think it's still pretty good. Darkest Dungeon, oh yeah, check the VOD a bit more, certain audio balance, but we are looking set for now, guys. Let me do one more broadcast test after Beth is finished. And then we should be fine. Just chill in the menu here for a bit. That will be fine. Alright, on to Act 3. Malcolm, yeah, has a good break there. Upon exile, we're in England before we return to Scotland. All the way Act 4, yeah, I'm not in Act 3 at all, so interesting. I might miss something here and there, but, you know, that's okay there. Rehearsals and all are for. Act 4, Scene 3, enter at the top there with Malcolm and Macduff. Okay. Let us seek out some desolate shade, and there weep our sad bosoms empty. What I believe I'll wail, what no believe, and what I can redress. As I shall find the time to friends, I will. What you have spoke, it may be so perchance. This tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He have not touched you yet. I am young, but something you may deserve of him through me, and wisdom to offer up a weak, poor innocent lamb to appease an angry god. But Macbeth is. A good and virtuous nature may recoil in an imperial charge, but I shall crave your pardon. That which you are, my thoughts cannot transpose. Angels are bright still, though the brightest fell. Though all things foul would wear the brows of grace, yet grace must still look so. Perchance even there where I did find my doubts, why in that rawness left you wife and child, those precious motives, those strong knots of love, without love taking, I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors, but mine own safeties. You may be rightly just, whatever I shall think. Be not offended, I speak not as an absolute fear of you. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It weeps, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds. Uplifted in my right, and here from gracious England have I offer of goodly thousands. But for all this, when I shall tread upon the tyrant's head, or wear it on my sword, yet my poor country shall have more vices than it had before, more suffer and more sundry ways than ever by him that shall succeed. It is myself, I mean, in whom I know all the particulars of vice so grafted, that, when they shall be opened, black Macbeth will seem as pure as snow, and the poor state esteem him as a lamb, being compared with my confineless harms. I grant him bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, sudden, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name, but there's no bottom, none in my voluptuousness. Your wives, your daughters, your matrons, and your maids could not fill up the cistern of my lust and my desire. All continent impediments would o'erbear that did oppose my will. Better Macbeth than such as one to reign. Okay. With this, there grows in my most ill-composed affection such a stanchless avarice that were I king, I should cut off the nobles for their lands, desire his jewels and this other's house, and my more having would be as a sauce to make me hunger more, that I should forge quarrels unjust against the good and loyal, destroying them for wealth. But I have none. The king becoming graces as justice, verity, temperance, stableness, bounty, perseverance, mercy, lowliness, devotion, patience, courage, fortitude. I have no relish for them, and abound in the division of each several crime, acting it many ways. Nay, had I power, I should pour the sweet milk of concord into hell, uproar the universal peace, confound all unity on earth. If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken. Macduff, this noble passion, child of integrity, hath from my soul wiped the black scruples, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these trains, hath sought to win me into his power, and modest wisdom plucks me from overcredulous haste. But God above, deal between thee and me, for even now I put myself to thy direction, and unspeak mine own detraction. Here abjure the taints and blames I laid upon myself, for strangers to my nature I am yet, unknown to woman, never yet was forsworn. Scarcely have coveted what was mine own, at no time broke my faith, would not betray the devil to his fellow, and delight no less in truth than life. My first false speaking was this upon myself: what I am truly is thine and my poor country's to command. Well, more anon. Come the king forth, I pray you. I thank you, doctor. It is called The Evil, a most miraculous work in this good king, which often since my here remain in England I have seen him do. How he solicits heaven himself best knows, but strangely visited people, all swollen and ulcerous, pitiful to the eye, the more despair of surgery he cures, hanging a golden stamp about their necks, put on with holy prayers, and 'tis spoken. To the succeeding royalty he leaves the healing benediction. With this strange virtue he hath a heavenly gift of prophecy, and sundry blessings hang from his throne, that speak him full of grace. My countryman, but yet I know him not. I know him now. Good God, betimes remove the means that makes us strangers. Alright, we'll probably pick it up with Anther. I'll save Bran a bit for next time. Good fun for Slytherin there, but because you want to get some Darkest Dungeon, most likely they're grinding for that, other mods. Does look a bit better, the optimized graphics drivers, I can tell the difference already. It's a bit less patchy, a bit less hollow, a bit less sketchy. So yeah, I'll pick it up with Hufflepuff and continue Slytherin a good amount next time. Let's begin with that. I'll do a stream test here in a moment, but I think we should be okay. Most recent streams considering. Okay, I didn't dog ear the most recent ones, I'll just get to that gradually. What's the newest grief? Be it their comfort, we are coming thither. Gracious England hath lent us good seaward and 10,000 men, an older and better soldier none that Christendom gives out. Merciful heaven, what man, never pull up your hat upon your brows, give sorrow words. The grief that does not speak whispers the overfraught heart, and bids it break. Be comforted, let's make us medicines of our great revenge, to cure this deadly grief. Dispute it like a man. Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt not the heart. Enrage it. This tune goes manly. Come, we go to the king. Our power is ready. Our lack is nothing but our leave. Macbeth is ripe for shaking. And the powers above put on their instruments. Receive what cheer you may. The night is long that never finds the day. Okay. On to the finale here, just about. Looking good. Good enough. I do believe so. Act 5, Scene 4. Cousins, I hope the days are near at hand that Chambers will be safe. Let every soldier hew him down a bough and bear it before him. Thereby shall we shadow the numbers of our host, and make discovery err in report of us. 'Tis his main hope, for where there is advantage to be given, both more and less have given him the revolt, and none serve him with him but constrain things whose hearts are absent too. Here in the room, I guess. No, I'm in the broomsticks, yeah. That's where the rendering issues were quite the issue here with the Poppy, who I was gonna address. Yeah, just kind of silly, but also, you know, decent character, not a big deal. For our relationship to her, it's not really much of a big deal, just another classmate, basically. Anyway, yeah, I'm not sure what the rendering issues are, but pick it up from here in just a moment. Whose hearts are absent too. And here we come to the close with, now near enough your leafy screens throw down, and show like those you are. You, worthy uncle, shall with my cousin, your right noble son, lead our first battle. Worthy Macduff, and we shall take upon what else remains to do, according to our order. We have met with foes that strike beside us. I would the friends we miss were safe arrived. Macduff is missing, and your noble son. He's worth more sorrow, and that I'll spend for him. We shall not spend a large expense of time before we reckon with our several loves and make us even with you. My thanes and kinsmen, henceforth be earls, the first that ever Scotland in such an honor named. What more to do, which would be planted newly with the time, as calling home our exiled friends abroad that fled the snares of watchful tyranny, producing forth the cruel ministries of this dead butcher and his fiend-like queen, who, as 'tis thought by self and violent hands, took off her life. This, and what needful else that calls upon us, by the grace of grace, we will perform in measured time and place. So thanks to all at once, and to each one whom we invite to see us crowned at Scone. Looking good for Macbeth for the night. Everything else here in the background, I believe we are good to go. Let me just, yeah, check it out there. We are looking stable and steady. That will be it for display capture, at least another 45 minutes if I can help it. TwitchCon gear here, looking good. Let me check a quick PM, and we shall get to some lovely time Hogwarts and Darkest Dungeon tonight for the time we have. I'm gonna get an early start tomorrow too, but let's do a little bit. Mary Portman and Aaronshire. I don't even know where the heck I was all these quests, so let's just go ahead and start with that, whatever the heck it is, as soon as I get to the flight zone. Yeah, I tried to update the rendering here. We're still in the winter atmosphere. I tried to update the graphics card, try to optimize the game. It's pretty much the best I can get with my lovely Gladiator 3070, but I hope it will, you know, smooth out appropriately. North wind, high wind. High wind would look pretty good here in the snowy landscape, I guess, but also the firebolt type of broom. Let me know if -9 decibels is too loud or not loud enough at any point. Happy to adjust that. Yeah, you see the little choppiness. That's just because the game is very graphically intensive. But we'll continue to improve that.
High wing, go!
Over time. Back here with Amthral Porvin, main character. High honor, as high as he can be. We'll get to this a little bit next time, like I said. I wanted to save a little time. Here's a celebratory balloon for a fun night tonight. And, Macbeth casting and all. We will look forward to First Chatter tonight to debut some new commands as you see in the title here. I wasn't originally going to mention that in the title. I decided to. We have a new command, exclamation yell and exclamation yell 2. First Chatter, I will debut that for here shortly. The beast is so much harder to ride than the broom. You see me struggling just to hit these balloons. That's for sure. Yeah, he is not nearly as easy to pilot as the broomstick is, but he is kind of fancier, I guess. He's still just a virtual entity, no matter how well it's done, though. You can see him phasing into the wall there. That's just kind of breaks your immersion. Anyway, I'll switch to the room. I just wanted to fly him because it is the winter part of the map. That's, I think, happened naturally at the Halloween and the winter, so that was pretty fun. Just some spiders there. wants me to do the Depulso. I've already done all the dueling feats, though, so I don't think there's much point to doing more of them. Anyway, just to show you a bit of a high wing in the winter map, since this is the first time we've had the winter map. I think that's progresses from the main quest line or from just how long we take doing it. More likely the main quest line progress just changes the weather, the seasons, stuff like that. But anyway, pretty cool hippogriff for what he is. Let's get to this Merlin trial.
Let's see what's up your sleeve this time, Merlin.
And who do I have here? Another Doug Bog. Yeah, I'm a little laggy, as you can see. Pretty much the best I can have it.
Levioso.
There you go.
Crucio.
Crucio and him so far. Nothing much else, but
Confringo. Incendio.
experiment here and there.
Defender.
Wow, I'm actually pretty good for having not played in a few days. Yeah, it's been a few days since we got to Hogwarts. Did I activate this yet? I guess not. Damn Doug Boggs distracting me. Not enough Mallow Sweet. Okay, well that's the classic excuse. So Mary Portman, I don't even remember what questline this is. I could check, but hopefully it'll explain itself here once we get to it in a moment. Feeling efficient, feeling fine. I don't think I have a lot of things to sell, but... What the heck? The entire village is attacked. Yeah, the guy's trying to talk to me, but the entire village is infested. They're trying to get revenge for the absconder that we killed. That's intense. Oh, he's freaking behind me. That's freaky. Very freaky. Well, we'll take care of them. We'll be back to business as usual in just a moment.
Arresto momentum. Expellion. You're even more aggressive than I'd expected.
Jeez. The spider infestation. Oh yeah, I need to get that curse on so I can spread the curse to all of them. Can I do that? Is it not working at the moment? I don't know. Get out of here. Ah, the burrower's gonna get me. He actually launched me off the wall. Yeah, I'm not doing so good. Thankfully, I have plenty of Wiggenweld. I have 9 mandrakes. Let's use one of those. Might do extra damage when they're stunned. I don't actually know. Trying to balance all the spells in the actual spell book, but it's kind of tricky. Yeah, there's a lot of them here, so... What happened to him? He was like stuck in the Moonstone.
Surely that's the last of them.
Yeah, that was just the whole ambush here. Use that Mandrake. I want to switch to Thunder Bruce. I don't use it by accident. It's like he pretending he was there, but obviously he's not because of the quest conditions.
Revelio.
That is interesting. Definitely. This is already open, so I don't know why it's even showing it on the map anymore. Showing it on Revelio. That's fine. Anyway. New dragon avatar should be well balanced here. Increase the size a bit. I think that's just more prominence, more appreciation for the community Dragon Knights. So next time we do get the first chatter, first time we've added that. It's been since Sub Saturday since we technically had a real first chatter, so it's been a while since the Macbeth reading and the rest there, but we'll look forward to it here very soon.
Oh no, this must be Mary.
Oh,
poor woman.
That's Mary. Okay. Okay, then. Not much I can do for her, then. She's pretty much... Well, that's even more morbid. She's pretty much, dealt with the spiders. Took over just like the House Elf. Spiders on a killing spree lately, a lot of these characters. What else does it want me to do here? Just look at her, examine her. Yeah. Nothing upstairs. Alright, Mary, you had a rough go of it. H, I have delivered the spider venom as requested. Prompt payment is now due. The new cluster of spiderlings in my cellar workshop have almost hatched. I can provide more venom soon, once of course I have been compensated for the last delivery. Mary Portman.
Mary's breeding these things in her cellar. That means there are more underground. I need to destroy every last spider in that cellar if this
I
is
must
to end.
be the spider genocidist. Okay. Reminds me of other Dark Sun Troy Denning novels. Because I was also in a cellar, ironically, where they countered visions of all these characters that had basically exterminated an entire different kind of race, entire different species. Like there was a gnome one, there was a dwarf one, stuff like that. Pixie one, I think. Now we go Anthral High Honor, though, with the nice winter setting for the map. I think it's always winter at this stage of the quest lines. I don't remember this as main quest line or not. I don't really care. It's just the same progress, you know. But here we go for the cellar. Alright, exciting times of it. Very interesting. Fun bit of reflection. Abstract, exciting times. Good night of it for sure. Would be a good night for that nightly sub goal. Shout out to Moog, I meant to say already here, for the top of the leaderboard for the month of March with 32 bits, leading our bit charge there. Thank you, Moog. Look forward to first chatter of the week here soon. For now, what is these vibration magical hummings?
If this is where Mary bred the spiders, they're not here now.
Yeah, consider all our Dragon's Roost adventures, including the ones named for Chat and Interactive like Darkest Dungeon. We got all the fonts last night. Consider that really just an excuse to stream fun adventures, but the main priority, of course, is the chatters community itself to come here and enjoy for as much and as long as you would like. But we're looking good here. 0.5% frame drop. I'll continue to test stream in the background, but I believe we're fine. Yeah, we'll get that Yell debut here soon, new command. And also prepare for our 1,000 stream celebration, 1,000 VODs. That'll be coming up probably even next month, I think, or April or May for sure. For a 1,000 VOD celebration.
Not sure I want to know where this leads.
Yeah, it's exciting. A brand new quest here. The top character, first character. We'll be taking a look. Can actually sell the stuff there, but that's okay. Let's get our fire spells ready just in case. Interesting soundtrack. It has like brand new soundtrack tonight. A lot of the stuff we encountered. Anthral is ready though. Good adventure. Strapping young lad. Let's get to some good spider.
Whatever I may find down there.
Clearings. I imagine more. Maybe another of those. It's funny the vendor NPC is like there, but he's not. So he's just hinting the one we already killed a couple times. Okay.
Need to find and destroy all of these before the situation gets even worse.
Oh, here they come. Yeah.
That's one exact destroyed. I should
Cool
get the
down.
rest.
Oh, I thought they already discovered me. I should have. Yeah, disillusionment after all.
Accio. Incendio.
They're not too tough at this point, but oh shit. They're still pretty tough. Oh, I was trying to throw the thing. Come on. I forgot how to spread the curse. Is it only while they're... Okay, there we go. It wasn't doing that earlier, so I was wondering if something was wrong with it. That can go through multiple targets. Decent stuff for now, though.
Expelliarmus. Levioso. Accio. Incendio.
Basically, delaying the kill there for the
There's a victory that came on too soon.
Levioso and Accio. Is the game too loud? Can always turn it down here. It's hard to tell. And yeah, that little aura you get from using a curse that just kind of sticks with you. It's funny, isn't it? It's like, oh, you gotta feel guilty now. You used an unforgivable curse, even on a spider.
Confringo.
It's pretty
Can't
funny.
let you harm Aranshire anymore than you already have. Revelio.
No more harming the citizens of Aranshire. That's okay. Oh yeah. Might as well switch backgrounds here. I was thinking of that. Hold on, spiders. That was just in time. Oh, you see those disco lights? That was cool. I get a Petrificus in. When can you do that? Just when they're like really subdued? I was curious, like, when can you actually petrificus them if they're just frozen? Yeah, either frozen or, like, stunned like that. Okay. Same thing. Damn it, I knew the gear slots were gonna be full. Oh my goodness. You always gotta watch out for these gear slots. There might be mods already for that. Yeah, that'd be nice. Did it for Darkest Dungeon, why not do it for this? It's not too bad, but still. Because there's no actual workshop, like the Steam Workshop, that would be a bit harder than Darkest Dungeon, because I'd have to do the Nexus mods. I don't even know where to start for that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there's no workshop for Hogwarts. It's very specific. Darkest Dungeon, I guess they felt was more open, so they just supported the Steam Workshop on it at some point, but yeah, it's alright. Anyway, try to close some alt tabs here. We are looking fine. Alright, thumbnail hasn't updated yet, but I do believe we are broadcasting stable. Here at the 36-minute mark tonight. Destroy 12 egg sacks. Gear slots are full. Yeah, Nexus mods, I don't really know how to get them to work, so I probably should have done this later, but I believe you can come back here. It's just another cellar, another area, so if I do need extra gear, we can come back at some point, but it's kind of unfortunate. That vendor indeed was not available to be
They see me.
sold. I was just in Hogsmeade, so I definitely should have sold stuff there, but yep, they see you, you don't see them.
Revelio.
That's how it is. Oh boy. Wow, that was quick. They don't even care I had the disillusionment on.
Defender. Crucible.
Not really.
Stupefy. Accio. Incendio.
Let's do a bit here and there. Expert wizardry. Try.
Descendo. Flipendo. Confringo. Glacius.
Yeah, that max ancient magic, so might as well use that soon.
Incendio.
That missed him,
Expelliarmus.
apparently. Trying to burrow directly on me.
Flipendo. Descendo.
Combos though. I don't think these last very long, yeah, probably not. So I'll just use them while I have them. Doesn't really replenish much, but
Confringo.
might as well. To another spider den we go. Sorry to the arachnophobes out there.
Confringo. Oh, finished.
Or maybe good for the arachnophobes because we're destroying them. It depends. Good place to test audio balance here. I think they're about the same volume, but if it's overpowering, drowning out my commentary, I can turn it down. Look forward to our first chatter of the week, and it's been a long weekend, long week. Well, since Saturday. Yeah, Saturday we had a couple chatters, I believe. But none since Saturday. Alrighty. If you could actually maximize the mini-map, that would be very nice, but it's hard to do. Apparently. Let's actually look at the map. Oh, I almost had him there just from default, but I hesitated, I guess. It's just a rogue one, though. Good for combo build-ups. He's alone. Burn him up, though, the easiest way to do it.
8 legs is simply too many.
I think I would have got Ancient Magic there because it was past 10, but still build it up naturally enough. Other talent points and such. It'll be fine. Pretty good ensemble here. What else in this dang cave? It makes it look darker than it actually is when you turn Lumos on, is the silly thing about it. Just the effect, I guess. But wow, I caught him by surprise. What are they dying instantly for? That's weird. See if I can touch him, yep.
Totalis.
It's basically a short range cast, but it's not actually melee. Oh, hello.
Depulso.
He doesn't want to go. Oh, okay. Go back down then. That's fine. Doesn't really affect anything. I think it just considers you in active combat. That's because you have full ancient magic. The wand does that.
Confringo. That's the last of the spider
No need to get
sacks.
close to the sacks, yeah. Finally found the perfect place to breed my spider colony. It reminds me of the Skyrim, yeah, throwing explosive spiders and all. And it was quite literally under my nose the whole time, my cellar. Why didn't I think of this before? Why hasn't anyone, for that matter? My spiders are growing big and strong, and the silk they produce will make me a fortune. Like the silkworms. I'll have wealth at last, no more scrimping on frocks. When I'm in town, it will be
I know what happened to Mary.
marvelous.
Poppins now. She was breeding the
Oh,
spiders.
she was the one. Marvelous.
Revelio.
Well, she was just trying to get some good industry in, but not quite the right pet project, I guess.
Confringo.
That's a total miss. Alright,
Arresto momentum.
that's interesting.
Petrificus totalis.
Hit a flaming spider to blow it up. Too late. I don't need any more dueling feats, so why even bother with them? I'm pretty sure I've done all of them. I don't think you get extra credit for more, but we'll see. Oh boy.
I hope that's the last spider.
That's the big one. Yeah. Just in time. Oh, it doesn't even care.
Crucio.
Spread the curse. Spread your little offspring. Oh, are those like instant deaths? I don't even know. Jeez. There's some lightning. Will do the trick.
Flipendo. Descendo.
Okay. Get your loot while I'm at it. What's he doing just hanging out over there?
Accio.
Pretty impressive webbing.
Incendio.
Damage an airborne amateur. Well, didn't even have to think about it for that one. Source of the eggs. Alright. What have we got here? The big room, yeah. This is a big cellar she has, but it is Wizarding World after all. Alright.
Revelio.
Some other cages, some other gear I can't take. Oh boy. Ones on the wall that you can't actually interact with. That's all good though. Well, we shall carry on. Interesting soundtrack again. Oh, yeah, quite the good time of it tonight. It's good to return with this. Frames are up excellent. Yeah, it's definitely looking good to go in some Darkest Dungeon afterwards before it gets too late. But depending if we get nightly sub goal or not, we can always party on late into the night when I don't have immediate obligations in the morning, early afternoon. The Insatiable Spider. That doesn't sound good. That does not sound very good.
Confringo. Glacius.
What's so insatiable about him? He just likes to eat people?
That's the last one. She's angry.
That's the large one, yeah.
Incendio.
I'll just bottleneck her. She attacked me so early.
Accio.
It's a good place for a bottleneck.
Crucio.
Not be as dangerous as that first one. Yeah, I learned my lesson from the first big elite boss, Spider, because they just kept lurching on me.
Protego. Stupid.
Once you get done with that, you learn some lessons. Not use all the Wigan welds constantly. You can use other stuff for fun if you want, but it's not really necessary
Arresto momentum.
once you know what you're doing to defeat that specific type of enemy.
Glacius.
The cabbage will help.
Defendo.
Whoa! I think the cabbage killed him or something. Just did a lot of damage. Supposed to bury the Matrix head in the ground.
Crucio.
Too late for that. Extra boxes and things, yeah. That's whatever.
I'll be having nightmares for the rest of my life after that.
It wasn't nearly as bad as the first one. I mean, hard mode's gonna be more challenging just inherently, but you learn some strategies with dealing with these enemies. The environment itself, and just the amount of multitude of spells you have at this point. Made it quite the walk in the park for normal difficulty. Hard would be a little tougher, but nothing too crazy. It's not that challenging of a game. Like I said, it's good access, fun for general audience, general gamers. Pretty much. But makes it fun for anyone more experienced ones too. Return to Crispin Dunn. Same guy who pretended to be there earlier, but was invisible. Alright, no fast travel from here, I imagine. Can you fast travel from here? I'm just kind of curious. Not that it matters, but can you even access the map? Yeah, map not available. I thought so, but I was just curious to try. Alrighty then. Looking good so far. A lovely time in the Dragon's Roost. Just the occasional stream test. We are good for one of the best nights on stream. And full gear, of course. Let's head back though. Sell to him right away. Identified stuff I'll get later. It's not a big deal. Oh, straight to the ladder. Manually return for each character on this quest. Yeah, I'm happy with the 2 main characters for now. 3rd and 4th can wait till DLC or something, I think. No rush. 2 characters, good. I can't believe people beat it in just a month flat, though. Before the game even had its month anniversary of release, people already beat the whole main quest line and all. I mean, not even speedrunners, though, just like general players. So, I'm just glad to be taking it steady, slow at my own pace. Do a lot of extra things, you know, just explore, just fight for the fun of it. I feel no rush or obligation to beat these type of RPGs as quickly as possible, just only doing the main quest or whatever. Sliding through it, I like to prolong it and enjoy it, and, you know, relish the experience. Appreciate each moment, each session. Alright, back in Hogsmeade. Okay, well, we can go to the vendor here. What was that? Yeah, again, my mouse cable a little bit awkward, so I'm trying to optimize that a little better. Let's see. Are you back, or are you still gone? It shows him like he should be there.
Pleasure to see you again. Can't tell you how happy Milo's daughter was to get that watch.
Well, thanks for the after image. Freaking Edgar. Yeah, just for the area itself. Yeah, we'll just sell stuff at Hogsmeade then, but it's just kind of silly that they think he's there when he's obviously not. These more dug bogs, I'm guessing. Yeah, I don't know if there's an extra point to doing dueling feat. I could look it up. Sacrifice some frame drop. But I think since I've already done all dueling challenges, you just get the resources at this point. You get XP too, right? I mean, you must get XP for every monster kill. I just noticed it more from quest XP. Maybe you only get so much quest XP. And you don't get as much or any from monsters. But let me see here for the challenges. We had dueling feats, combat. Now once you finish that 40-second dueling feat, there's really nothing else, so. Got my anti-venom, infamous foes, inferi, dark wizards. No extra talent points. So, not much point to doing more dueling feats. I just want to make sure that's indeed the case, though. Look it up here. Let's see. Any point, yeah, obviously it's a common question there. I'm not the only one to think of that. Pretty straightforward, but combat, you know, is a very consistent thing of it, so. Just there to challenge you, just for fun, or to suggest new things. They don't do anything crucio of our cadavra to your heart's content. Like they say. Those are more powerful spells. Alright, well that's confirmation enough, I guess. Reddit or whatever the heck that was. So there's really no point once you do the initial 42. It suggests things like levitate by its tongue, because that's just an effective thing to do for a lot of these monsters, but
Accio.
doesn't actually get you any credit, any extra XP, anything of that. Alucard, our first chatter of the week. You have made it, Champion Alucard.
Welcome back.
Let's debut right away. Our first yell for you here, Alucard. Good to see you there, Alucard. Lovely brother. Good greetings to Alucard Knight, Mr. Alucard Tardis, a longtime champion and supporter. Welcome back to the
10-month
champion.
champion.
Great to see you as always. Really over a year with your previous account, though.
With a demented infant.
You've got nothing but insults, have you? A tired little...
He shouldn't die. Yes, fuck you.
Here we have for you a brand new command, Mr. Alucard. Will they be both in for you? We got the yell for you. So that's kind of iconic sound effect similar to the Wilhelm scream, but very interesting enough it is in the StarCraft original Terran building sound effects. Let's take a quick look at that. You heard it there. We'll get the yell too in a second, but take a look at this. Whatever reason has the graduation sound effects, graduation music, and the did you see? Yes, the little Terran building. And the sound effect there for the yell. Also have a brand new one here, though. Just the newest one to be debuted. It was appropriate for that time there. Isn't that weird, though? You remember that from StarCraft, do you? And you remember the sound effect? There's an extra one for you there. Mr. Alucard, it is great to see we have a lovely time of it here. Some Macbeth, some Darkest Dungeon lately, some mods, some Hogwarts. So many things to tell you and catch you up on. But I do appreciate you popping in and chat from lovely New Zealand good fun, because you are our first chatter of the week since Sub Saturday. Our very first chatter with a brand new updated Dragon Avatars. Mr. Alucard, you are a top supporter of the Roost. You will indeed have access to our new Marvel and Overwatch stream avatars. Let's get you plenty of credits. You can have the fellow Black Dragon like you like here. It is fine. Whatever you like. I did discover some new commands for these little avatars. So you see the little attack there. There was a transform one. It works now. It didn't work last time. Take a look at that. Isn't that cool? There is the transformation for the avatar. It's a brief one. Maybe for the boss battle it has more uses or such. You see a little transformation of my avatar into that little Hydra. That's pretty nifty, isn't it? Very fun stuff, though. Lovely to see you, Mr. Alucard. Thank you for bringing our chat to life here for the first time this week. Had a very fun evening of it for some theater and good friends. And here we are back to it for great times on the Dragon's Roost, one of the absolute best places to be. Thank you for joining us once again. Excellent adventures. Read some Macbeth already. We'll be back to Micro, chapter 8, 9, something like that tomorrow. Lovecraft Tales we just finished this week, Out of the Eons Part 3. That is now on YouTube, our official YouTube playlist. You just saw some of our new commands there. If you'd like to debut some other ones, though, Alucard, that is free to you along with our new cheers here. You could join Moog on the monthly leaderboard if you'd like, but it is totally your prerogative. New commands you could use, such as Goblin and Adventure, riddles, if you'd like to try your hand at some riddles, Alucard. Did just add a few of those. So the first riddle, if you would like to take some guesses, is exclamation riddle. Yeah, we'll get some Ark maybe someday, Alucard. I'm doing some other Flintstone fun stuff for now, but actually some frogs for now. But it is lovely to see you. The Macbeth of the lovely times. I hate how these guys do not attack you in the water. I think they need to patch that or something, because they just stare at you all day. Very strange. And here in the water, it's a big disadvantage, so... Dive under him at the water is deadly if you're not careful. Freaking broom makes it easier. Try it again, buddy. I dare ya. He only attacks you like certain proximity. It's weird.
Confringo.
Need that Avara Kedavra. Most people get the curses.
Voiceless, it cries, boneless, bloodless, toothless, bites, mouthless, mutters.
Levioso. Defender.
Answer.
Take your tongue. Yes, any guesses you have for first riddle there? Mr. Alucard? We appreciate there is no bad guesses, but just for the fun of it. That is our first riddle. If you would like a little extra celebration, we have riddle 2 for you, which the answer is included in.
Now my turn. A box without hinges, key or lid, yet golden treasure inside is hid.
Let us give us a chance, my precious. Ah, eggs! Eggs it is!
Oh, bother!
Yep, looking great with your fellow Black Dragon there, Mr. Alucard. If you would like to try some of the Marvel or Overwatch avatars, just for variety, those are available in the About Me section, desktop or mobile widget, I believe, whatever you are coming to us from, enjoying Twitch tonight. So, your choice for that. Yeah, any initial guesses there, Alucard? What's the first thing you think of for that riddle? There are no bad guesses, like I said. Just appreciate the fun challenge, the fun interaction itself. Like I've been saying, all these adventures, Darkest Dungeon, Hogwarts, Witcher, Shadow of War, Sunless Sea, Baldur's Gate, Hunt Showdown, Overwatch, Diablo, Grim Dawn, etc. are an excuse to talk with you fine people, so make the most of it. We have a lot of fun here on year 3, coming up to 1,000 VODs, 1,000 streams here, Alucard, very soon. We'll be celebrating for that before long at all, next month or so. You're so, because you're at work, it makes sense. I believe it should work as a widget, but yeah, it's all good. You could always try it out from desktop if it's not as easy to do on mobile. Back to Crispin inside the little heart. That was a little extra diversion. I could have bounced other quests, the other things in the area, but I just wanted to warm up. It's been a few days. At least we took care of that for now. He was worried about married other neighbors. He was right to be worried all those spiders, indeed.
Mr. Dunn, I have some news.
Thank Merlin. About my sweet friend Mary.
Dead as a doornail. She was an innocent victim. She was the victim of her own greed. Yeah. I mean, I need an alternate one for Brel or Bryn, but I guess this one is more of a lie, so this one would make sense.
It seems poor Mary was breeding spiders in her home for profit, and vastly underestimated their propensity to multiply.
Oh, Mary. What untoward scheme were you involved in? If she needed financial assistance, she could have just come to me. She didn't deserve this. Few do.
I am sorry about your friend, but you'll be relieved to know that I cleared out the spiders. It's safe to return now.
You? You cleared out the spiders? I can't believe it.
Rendering
But I'm
in the
certainly
3
relieved.
broomsticks
I
has
imagine
some
the
issues.
first order of business will be to help the amulet rebuild. I suppose I have nothing to fear from dead spiders.
Not a pretty sight.
That's the spirit. I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you again for all you've done. I shall keep you apprised of the hamlet's rebuilding.
You're
Glad
not a
I could be of
witch.
help, and I look forward to visiting your shop the next time I'm in
Not
Arrowshire.
a wizard too, are you a... whatever they
To
call the
dearly
muggles
departed
living in the
Mary.
wizarding world. Cheers to dear departed Mary. 15 and 18 side quests. And now I need to check the ones actually in the area, so I actually group them up together. So we've got those hard ones. I don't even know where those ones are, but I do want to do that one. Nadi's the next main one after we did the dragon one, actually before that with Sweet here. So Forbidden Forest, extra stuff. This one considered a main quest? No, there's actually no main quest here. I'll probably get one soon though. Anyway, just yeah, spot removal, Full of the Dead is breeding pin spellcraft. You get from someone. See, oh, traveling vendor, that's funny. Oh yeah, Sweet is gone because it's night. Can he be actually
What
sold
sort of
to?
thing are you looking
Nice.
for?
That's pretty convenient. So yeah, I don't really need too much here except Mallow Sweet.
A fine choice.
I guess I'll
indeed.
get these extra ones because they're kind of hard to get to. All those ones are more specific. And now I can sell my junk.
Nice doing business with you.
Yeah, just unidentified, and the rest is extra, even higher level. That is actually worse stats, so that's fine. To see Alucard with the fellow Black Dragon. Join us for a good while tonight, Mr. Alucard. Get to Darkest Dungeon next. You are indeed on the roster as the Plague Doctor. We played you last night, Alucard. We got a nice green special font for you with the Plague Doctor, so you'll be looking for that later tonight. You are the only plague doctor in the roster, actually, so we'll get you to legend here very soon. So we fight some bosses and other things.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
So that was a lot of fun last night. Play your character. We will return to it here after some Hogwarts. Absolutely, man. Yeah, it's really fun, those special fonts. I got a mod for inventory management, twice the inventory room. Let me tell you how much I needed that.
You're the one who took care of that awful acromantula near Arranshire, aren't you?
And
Fun bit of work, that.
also got a Dragon Knight type of character, actual class. So I'm looking forward to getting him at some point. I don't know where he's to be recruited, but maybe I have to look.
Thank you for stopping in.
Research into the mod itself. So doesn't affect achievements, nice. Considering mods for this game, but those you have to get on Nexus. That's a bit harder. I imagine Arc probably workshop supported. It's easier to get mods for that. The actual workshop for Steam, so you can just directly get the mod.
It's always nice to see a familiar face.
What does he need? Huh.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Oh, the spellcraft. There's a lot of spellcraft. This all for the rumor requirements. So the breeding pen I wanted. Beast toy box just for toys. Feeder, they automatically feed them. That seems quite essential. Chopping station. Periodically produces a plant bribe product. Well, might as well. I have all this money, but I can't get all of them. Let's see. Dung composter. Potting pot. Potting pot. Material refiner. Potting table. Potting table. Potting table. Potions. Guess you just get extra potion stations and such. I mean, I have all this money. I'm not really saving it for... I could get the other broom, I guess, but... Other than that... I don't really know what I need here. The toy box to pick out your beast's favorite toys for them to play with. Maybe that makes them happier, like grooming, but don't you need to actually groom them? 15 mods. Yeah, where did you get them from? The workshop or like Nexus or something? Curious. You can play as a dodo? That would be cool. Yeah. Cool to play as the dinosaurs, not just the humans or whatever. Oh boy. So I guess I'll get the toy box because I don't really know.
Nothing like finding just the right thing, is there?
Potting table large, and then I need the potion one. Alright. Spend a few thousand globins, whatever.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Oh, you mean just like the simplest creature can be as dangerous as the biggest tyrannosaur, basically. Gotcha. Okay. Natty for divination. Wasn't the other Forbidden Forest closer, though? I should probably just do it because it's closer. So that was, go to the Forbidden Forest north of Hogsmeade. Booba... Oh, yeah, Booba Tubers, that lovely, tug one. Let's, get those Booba Tubers for your acne. Pretty hilarious. She wants to clear wizards and witches of their acne. You'd think there would be some charms for that, but... Teenage Wasteland, I guess. Okay.
Revelio.
Yeah, it's not too far away. I could fast travel to it, but by the time I load the screen, I'll have other adventurous things on the way. This is one of the cliffs I first died on. My first death, I think, was here. Yeah, it looks nice at winter for sure. Then the winter change. The Halloween one didn't last too long, but it depends on the squells, I guess. How do you feel about our Dragon Knight good gear here, Alucard? I'd like to acknowledge that. We also have a Donkey's Wife Dragon for the female character's second one, but...
Now, where are those Booba Tubers?
Dragon Cloak, Booba Tuber. Complete battle in 10 seconds, so it doesn't matter at this point. Those poachers. Sounds like it.
Descendo.
Oh, it smells awful.
That was a Booba Tuber.
Thank goodness.
That was a Booba Tuber. Where are they fighting? Centaurs again? Probably. Oh, a troll. Okay. Well, that makes sense. Probably want to help them with the troll first. shit. It's hard to target. Yeah, the troll is more dangerous than the wizards, so... Shit. Damn it. They're not giving me much of a chance, are they? Oh, that was close. Get my health back. See those damage counters. Yep, they killed the wizard, so now it's just the troll and I... Oh wait, the wizards won. That's so good for a nice backstab. Yeah, how do you like the character there, Alucard? Oh my god. Any guesses on that first riddle, Alucard? Let's get you a refresher.
We makes the first riddle.
I know you're working all, it's all good, but just convenience.
Wingless, flutters, toothless, bites, mouthless, mutters.
Revelio.
Yes. The answer?
Those little gnats, moths or something. Got those troll bogies. Alright, we're good to go then. Boobatubers were like plants, right? Yeah. Gotta help out my lovely Tugwood friend. Kept seeing her outside of the potions professor's classroom. But then we meet her for the first time. I'm guessing they have hair dye in the wizarding world too, or they just have charms for it. But she's one of the only characters with dyed hair in the game. So I mean, it is 1800. She was like a pioneer of dyeing hair that is set in the 1800s is not as common as you think nowadays as back then. So that's kind of interesting. Pretty funny. All right.
Confringo.
Boobatube. First I was just getting that mushroom and the mongrel. What was the mongrel fighting? He seemed to be agitated on something else. So maybe the Boobatube was fighting the wolf. I don't know. Alright. Spot them out for me. I appreciate it, game. Nice to not have to literally comb the entire surface of the forest. Because this would take a long time if you don't know where to look. This one is all the way in between here. That's a weird spot. It's probably in the tunnel then. Somewhere around here.
Revelio.
That is weird. This is all looted, I think, but that's indeed another troll, so...
Just my luck. Troll.
Oh, here's one. There we go. Man, might as well take out the troll. Can always use more gear. Hard mode would be harder to get the gear. At least this one I can max it out and experiment a bit. Experiment more. Yep, just the one out of that. I guess he instantly discovers you afterwards. Don't mind some Crucio troll. Already have full ancient magic, so not much reason to not use it. I want to upgrade the bars, get more bars, but it seems you need to do a lot of ancient magic fountains discoveries to actually get that. How's the audio, Alucard? I also meant to ask you about that. Is the game too loud to hear my commentary, or is it just the right amount? Is it balanced? I am always happy to adjust that per each game, because every game is different for volume, you know. So just let me know. I will adjust accordingly. If you can't hear me even ask you the question, I definitely do adjust it. So let me know. Get a decent sized combo here. Ancient magic hard to collect, but I can collect other stuff before he dies. Oh, that was a nice red barrel just sitting there. Alright. There goes Mr. Troll. A more dangerous troll than any real internet troll if you don't feed into them. What is this carnage here? Troll snacks, I guess.
Revelio.
One more booba-tuber, it's up here. Over the hill. Unless... Wait, why would it show it there if it's not in the area? No. That's a different quest marker then. I don't know what that is. Probably the quest giver or something. It must be her. Oh yeah, this is the one I couldn't find. It's like underground, but not... I don't know. I'm not going the right way about this, because the direct approach is not where... Unless it's in the mountain, it might have bugged out. Is it actually in the mountain? Seems like that. That's why they should give extra elements for these things. I think it's actually in the mountain. So, no luck with that, booba-tuber. It'd be nice if they gave you extra because of that, but I don't see any way to get to that unless I'm just not thinking of the route to it. Actually bugged out. Of all the places you could put one, you had to put the last one, and the only other one in the area, somewhere I just cannot reach. A little bit awkward. Why would they do that? It's frustrating enough. Oh, I forgot the bogeys. That would have been silly. Oh, I got an infamous character there. It might be another bug, though. I don't know. That's pretty weird, though. Unless this is one, that would be nice. What is this? Aha!
That should do it. I'd better get back to
You saw the marker, though. It was just so off. Alright. Lovely Saccharissa Tugwood. Yeah, maybe marry her instead of Sweet. Already forgot Sweet's name. Combo up to 20. No, that's not necessary. I'm on side of the centaurs, obviously. We'll prove our loyalty to the good side. Yeah, they basically shot them, I guess. Doesn't really seem like arrows, just like magic bolts, but good enough, eh, centaur? Good enough. You can't interact with them for obvious reasons, I suppose. Alright. Silver scarf. Extra potion, I didn't have 25 because of that one I took, so... Combo of 20 doesn't matter because I already have all the dueling feats, so... That's basically the same as stealth kill. Honestly. Bonk. Is there another one there? Yeah.
The lamb returns to the wolf. You're that hippogriff.
You're that hypocrite. Basically telling me.
The beasts are safer now.
Alrighty then. An exciting night at Alucard. Good to see a dragon champion, those upgraded avatars. They're actually not too high, it's just that the dragons are flying. There'll be other avatars on the ground. So this is a good balance. Who are you waving to, Anthrol? Alright. Return to Saccharissa. Hopefully...
Think you're clever, casting Expelliarmus every time?
Yep, spell it. He doesn't even know how to pronounce it. That's a hilarious thing. Oh, that's that. Have one of those.
It isn't Nora Treadwell's gun.
Descendo. Protego. Stupefy.
Get a few in here, but animagus are more dangerous, so... Why does that not hit him?
You.
Other one's up there, actually. Oh, those are spiders. Interesting.
Protego, stupefy. Defender.
Driving home, we'll see you shortly, Mr. Alucard. Drive safe. And there we go. Yeah, cleared out enough for now. Saturisa awaits. There's nothing really else to do in the area except Natty with divination, so that's back at Hogwarts. Yeah, I think I've done everything here on Highlands except Roland. We'll have to find... It gives you a hint like he's not even the map, just like where he is east or whatever the castle, but that's probably one I'll save towards the end, I don't know. Just such vague treasure map instructions, so... I don't know what the second marker is, how far away that even is. Is that a custom marker or something? What is that? Because I'm going back to Saturisa and Hogsmeade. I don't understand what that other one is. It's not even showing either one, so... Anyway, only the main quests actually track, apparently. Kind of strange. So I'm curious what that is. I don't know how far away it is, though, so we'll go right of it for now. Southeast of Hogsmeade. And maybe I'll figure it out. It's actually right here. It's in Hogsmeade. Okay. Let's see what that is, I guess. There's another available quest. That's like the start of the quest, so we might as well do that, too. Let me land. We haven't hard saved yet tonight. Might as well do that. We have not done a voice mod test yet, so let's go ahead and try that out. Rip. Good to see you, Ren. No worries for not being able to chat long. Lovely to see you, though. Let's get you that bird's command indeed. How are you tonight?
15 birds in 5 fir trees. Their feathers were fanned in a fiery breeze. But funny little birds, they had no wings. Oh, what shall we do with the funny little things? Oh, what shall we do with the funny little things? Roast them alive, or stew them in a pot. Fry them, boil them, eat them hot. Bake and toast them, fry and roast them till beards blaze and eyes glaze till hair swells and
dwarves it's talking about.
Melts and bones, black in cinders lie beneath the sky. So the dwarves shall die.
Calling the dwarves birds, basically.
15 birds in 5 fir trees. Their feathers were fanned in a fiery breeze. But funny little birds, they had no wings. Oh, what shall we do with the funny little things. Oh, what shall we do with the funny little things?
Lovely to see you tonight, Rin. We had our rehearsal today. Also saw some local theater with Hamlet. Fun performance. I hope you had a good one. Look forward to next week. Other good fun with the Macbeth. Read some of that in stream as well. We will be getting to a little more Hogwarts fun for now, and then Darkest Dungeon here later. One of these streams, if you're able to tune in for that, I'll be very glad to name a character after you for the roster of adventurers, basically, for warriors. So that'd be a lot of fun. There's some good female characters, strong female characters in that, so good times. I hope you're doing good tonight. Welcome back, Rin. Hope you've been well.
Welcome back.
Nice Wednesday of it so far. I'll be out pretty late, so if you ever want to come back throughout the evening, no worries. Celebrating some good times overall. And yeah, just a special welcome for you there, since you are a personal friend of mine. Okay. I'm going to Saturisa. What was all this on the way? I completely went by that. That was silly. Yeah, I saw the little side quest, other things to start. There's like 2 quests here. I don't know what this one is, though. It's not telling me. Maybe you have to actually go to the Hogsmeade map. But anyway, I'll find out in just a moment. It's in the shop, so okay.
Hello there. Come on in. Plenty to look at.
I already bought the spellcraft from you. It's just bugged. That's what it is. It's completely bugged. That was for the breeding pen for the magical creatures spellcraft, so you can build it. Basically, it's like a blueprint, I guess. Frame drop looking good. Lovely times. Alrighty, I understand there, Rin. Hope you've been well. Talking about all the good fun, and yes, glad you could see your special little event there. That is a chat event, so every time you pop in stream, we'll have some lovely bird sound effects for you. So hope you enjoyed, and yes, hope you have a good night and a great day tomorrow with all your busy events. Now you're a busy person indeed.
So long, farewell, I'll be there saying good night.
And another fitting bird emote for you there to say goodnight. Alright, well, take care, and we look forward to chatting with you again soon. Appreciate you stopping by. Good fun to be had, and yeah, Darkest Dungeon, I'll think of what characters would be good for your personality or such, base maybe some of them, but there'll always be time to enjoy that later and to get your direct opinion, direct approval for that, because probably wouldn't just name one unless you're ready to go adventure with it. Alright, some field guides I have not got before. Water wells. Savvy traveler knows that some water wells may have more to offer than this relatively innocuous water well in the village of Hogsmeade. That's fun. Appreciate you being our second chatter of the week, though, Ren. Have a good night. Return to Saccharissa and the other quest. There was one to start, though, wasn't there? That one is bugs, so I'm not going to worry about that. What's this one? Take the biscuit. Talk to the goblin in Hogsmeade. That's a new one, so I'll go ahead and finish off with Saccharissa, Dogweed, and Deathcap. He's just the other side of town, basically, so... Goblin near the bridge. Huh. That kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't actually notice him, but the character did, so that's fine. Character did for the quest prompt or whatever. Good enough. Mechanics. Wow, I missed a lot for this character. I felt like I got most of these for Bryn, but... Main character. Hanks to Woodcroft, his home by Muggle persecutors. Founder of the village of Hogsmeade after being driven from his home. And hilariously enough, you can blow it up. No, sometimes you can. I thought you could. Apparently not. Other time it was maybe because it was wooden or something, then it became bronze. Statuesque there. Other good emotes and fun times. Alrighty. Friends of a feather flock together. Lots of birds in the town, pretty much. Alright, Saccharissa. I hope you are grateful for these booba tubers.
Saccharissa, I found the booba tubers you needed.
Splendid. I hope it wasn't too much trouble. May I have them?
Yes, but for a higher price. I'll be nice this time. Bryn, though. we'll definitely ask for a higher price. I don't think there's any reason for her to keep them, so. This is one time you just ask for a higher price for Slytherin, Hufflepuff. We will just give them to her. Because honor.
Of course. Happy to have found them for you.
Thank you. And your payment, of course. Now I can begin perfecting my potion to save our poor pimply peers. Don't know who should be more grateful, I or our unsightly spotty classmates. One day the wizarding world will know my name, and you will have been a small part of it.
You're not famous character to me, maybe somebody, but I should go to Dogweed and Deathcap. I guess there's not much there. Curious, she goes all the way back to Hogwarts because she's usually outside of the potions professors. So I'm always curious these specific side quests, NPC pathways. However interesting that is for you guys. Okay, that solved that. She apparated. She's pretty advanced to do that. I have this like basic one. But I don't think, like, most of the students know how to apparate already. I wonder what year they actually learned that. I'm sure an actual Harry Potter fan, big Harry Potter fan, would know that, but it's a pretty common theme in the movies and the books, stories. It's nice to have that, but I just always forget I have it in combat and such, because I didn't have it originally. Hope it isn't too loud. Alucard, let me know audio test when you come back would be appreciated, or any Dragon Knight can help us with that. Or any new Dragon Knight for that matter. Okay. Going good. He's waving at people again. Alright, I think we're stable. Figure out other Discord stuff later, temporary chat history and such, but for now, we did want to talk to that goblin. Dogweed and Deathcap, I might need stuff, so let's just take a look while we're here.
Revelio. I haven't fed them yet.
Alright,
Well, what say we show
ghastly there, she's just so death, you know, associated. It's interesting. So that's just a seed to grow it. Oh, it's the ability to grow it. So I eventually want that, but not until I have room to grow it. I'm alright for fertilizer.
Getting all those foul goblins a hiding.
But it's kind of a wasted trip if I don't buy
Thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase.
something. Yeah, I don't get that much money, so I probably shouldn't. I mean, you get enough gear and stuff, but I probably shouldn't just spend money for the sake of it, you know. Alright, let's head over there. No flying needed. I have. Too bad you can't just hold it down. You do actually have to tap it every time. Probably easier on controller, but it's decent enough on PC. Not working underwater, I guess. Well enough for everywhere else, though. Solid surfaces, right? Ah, here's that one. Thank you. Kitty. This looks pink, but it's Tabby. Is that a lock? Level 2. Until I get the Demigeist stuff. That's also hard to track that one for some reason. Good enough though, Alucard and Ren. The R kind of looks like an A on the avatars. That's just the font, the default font. I don't know if you can change that or not. It'd be nice if we could have a custom font for the avatars too. Not just Darkest Dungeon characters, but I understand that's easier. What is going on here? I just pressed a book and all of a sudden I have access to the upstairs. The goblin is outside, so I don't actually need to be doing this, but I somehow discovered this extra area. That is interesting. For a chest, okay. 30 whole coins. Hardly worth the effort, but we gotta see new parts of the map. That's fine. And a field guide happened to fly in the building. Nice castle fresco there. Mural. It's nice.
Mine now, Demiguise.
Ah, and there's a Demiguise somewhere, but where? He knows where it is, I don't. Didn't seem to be one up there. Mine now, Demiguise. What are you? Oh, I didn't even notice this. Jeez. Enchanted Staircase. This enchanted staircase in tomes and scrolls reveals itself when a particular book is moved, like I just did. The proprietor here, Thomas Brown, sells a variety of written products, including spellcrafts, handy for conjuration. So you know how to conjure it, I guess. We moved the book, which was cool. Demiguise, I think he's talking maybe about a neighboring building, because if there is one in here, I don't see it. It usually shows up on Revelio, right? Otherwise you wouldn't find it. So we'll see about that later. Maybe something over here. Oh, there is one. Okay. I was curious about that. Excuse me, little chest. Pretty funny. There's something in the basement, but don't know how to get there. We'll just wait it out. Demiguise has some priority for that level 2 Alohomora just because it takes so long to get these spell levels and all. Okay. Looking good. Demiguise, another good fun. Nice enough, to be sure. Pleasantries for that. Keep track of it.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Nope. I already spent enough for now. Yeah, I'll get other stuff later, but got that T1. Yeah, I spent like almost 5,000 on him, so
let me know if there's anything
I can come back. The goblin, though, is somewhere out here. Yeah, we waited till nightfall. Don't look like a student right now anyway. No, not really. It's adventure, basically.
Mine now, Demiguise.
And another one. We did get the one up there, right? That one's inside of there, so yeah, we'll come back to that. We did get the one on the scroll shop, right? My short-term memory not helping me there, so. The goblin, somewhere around here. Revelio certainly never charm my push. What's she referencing there? Goblin in the alley. I will find out. If it's a quest to be started on him, there must be a way to get to him. Oh, it's him again. It's him again. It's not even the goblin. So now I have to track the goblin, which is over here, compared to me over here. There we go. Just kind of silly that that's bug still, because I already bought the freaking breeding pen. That's all you need for Full of the Dead, Return to Deke, yeah. So Ferni and the what was it, the Thestrals. Yeah, the Thestrals there. That'll work out just fine. Decent audio balance. No wonder I didn't notice him, he's literally just under here. Come back on top. Another 500 gold for the take. Garnoof, you are indeed hiding under the bridge, basically. The goblin under the bridge.
Hello? Is something the matter?
That was
most decidedly, yes. My precious mooncalf Biscuit was abducted by poachers up north. Oh, the vicious brutes. I tried to fight back, but I was no match for them.
I'm sorry about your mooncalf, Mr.
Garnuff. Just Garnuff. I'm only one goblin. Not a particularly brave one at that. I have no chance against a pack of bloodthirsty poachers. Oh, my poor Biscuit. I can only hope she's able to escape.
Why do you suppose the poachers took Biscuit?
I have no idea. Mooncalf dung's highly valuable for fertilizing magical plants. But I cannot imagine poachers care much about gardening. Who knows what they'll do to her? She could be flogged, skinned, gutted and stuffed. I assume. Oh, Biscuit.
A mooncalf is an unusual pet. Why did you choose Biscuit?
She followed
She
me one
chose
evening,
me.
but wouldn't leave my side. Never thought I was one for a pet of any kind. But now I can't imagine life without her. Mooncalves are often thought of as silly, simple-minded creatures. But I've seen great depth of character in Biscuit. I wouldn't trade her for a hippogriff or a hippopotamus, or even a goose that lays golden eggs.
Magical hippopotamus. Be interesting. Keep an eye out for you, Sir Goblin.
I'll keep an eye out for your mooncalf, Garneth.
How kind. If only all of Wizardkind was as gracious to goblins. If you do see her and can bring her safely home to me, I promise to reward you for your efforts.
House elves, cousins to goblins, then in the
Do
wizarding
keep an
world?
eye out for her, and be careful out there.
Pain in the
Poachers are an
calf.
unscrupulous lot.
Well, I'm
I should
basically
try and
just...
rescue Garneth's mooncalf. Sounds as if I'd need to head north to find those poachers.
Yeah, basically just headed back to Hogwarts, so I might as well do this directly, because other stuff is at divination class, and Bren is catching up to him still. So, why not rescue a pale mooncalf from the poacher faction? See how loud this is later, I can't be sure. Just from my audio levels. Unless a Dragon Knight weighs in on direct participation. Here we go. Off to save the day again, or at least get a few feet before I run into these guys.
Thinking in terms of good and
What
evil,
are you
merely
doing? I
because
can't
I've
really
been
sneak up on you when you're turning 360s like that.
tale.
Crazy guy. Sorry, I'm an enemy. I don't need the dueling feats anymore, but they're so easy to do like that sometimes. Other times they're really complicated.
You've heard quite enough of our rank. I've seen Billywigs with more sting.
Protego!
Avoiding our problems, are we?
Yes. Avoiding our problems.
No.
Can't imagine
It's
that would
shameful what you've done to help
kill
this
him,
beast.
but maybe knock him out, you know. Pretty interesting.
Revelio.
Alright, did I get the Malice Suite for now? Yeah.
Wonder who
That's
lives
good.
here.
What is all this? Bunch of stuff. Just take the bag of coins off the shelf. It's a warehouse, basically. I'll take that. Take a look up top by the watermill. And around we go to a inaccessible door. So how else do I get in there? Not through that hole, that's for sure.
Revelio.
Can't enter while mounted. Well, I can't enter in the first place, so I know there's a way in there, but perhaps no. Can't slide right through there, so that's pretty annoying. One of the more game-breaking things. I'm sure this has been encountered by quite a few streamers or players, but that's annoying. That you can't get to the chest that way. That door's closed, so got to be another way. I just don't see it at the moment. Oh, good dive though. Inferni, Furious. Complete the battle in 20 seconds. I just gotta get used to ignoring them for him. Once I get it done on Bryn, I can ignore them for her too, but I don't know, I was expecting them to count for longer than 42. That's really not that many. For the entire career of the character, it's really not much at all. Especially people who play it longer than a month. like I have. A little bit longer than a month now. Going fine though. Enjoy our own perspective of, you know, many hundreds of people have played this by now.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
It's AAA title. It would definitely get plenty of advertising, that's for sure. I wasn't excited for it until a week before it came out, but they got me excited nonetheless, because I do have Half-Blood Prince poster, other fun connections with Harry Potter times. Alright, that's the wrong damn quest marker. That's just the worst bug I've seen. Making me go the wrong direction. Why is that still showing up? It's literally not there anymore. I guess I just have to talk to Deke and hope that it corrects itself. I've had 2 weird bugs tonight for quest markers. For the Boober Tubers and the Spellcraft. Interesting. Could sell a few more here.
My sincerest gratitude. I do appreciate what you went through to find my brother. Thank you.
Well. Clear out the extras, keep the unidentified legendaries, whatever the level cap is, because can eventually have that work out as well. Check the About Me section. I did do that special link font, special link text, but I think I can maybe do multiple words for the same link, not just one word. What do you guys think about that? Give me some feedback on that if you ever are inclined. I will remember this moment. So it's not like you come out of nowhere with context for that, but if you know what I mean, if you don't know what I mean, just ask for clarification. I'll be happy to clarify. It says infamous foes. I don't think there's actually many here. Just unless there's an infamous frog, could be. Let's see if there's a boss frog here. Yeah, rampant Dugbog, so he's more dangerous than your average Dugbog. Let's get that extra Petrificus damage before we throw that at him. Yeah, an infamous Dugbog, nice. He's killing a lot of innocent stags. Oh, that almost killed him, nice. That got him good. I am pretty high level, a few upgrades, I guess, but that does it for that infamous foe.
Revelio.
Probably one of these. I mean, a lot of them are just like close to the standard difficulty of the monster enemy anyway, so it's not too different. But that was nice. They're just, you know, slightly unique. They have
poachers. Cardiff was right then.
Better be costumes. Careful. Better be careful. Always careful around these. Alright. No, wait for the dueling feat. It's still for the Dugbog. Shit. One after the other. Look at them just walking into the gate. I'll set you free when it's clear. I don't want you guys to get killed in the crossfire.
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten.
Oh. That's some kind of perspective there. No compassion for these beasts.
Descendo.
Whoa.
Flipendo. Glacius.
Where'd you go?
Don't go down easy.
You went into the ground.
Arresto momentum. Confringo. Slippery as a cat.
That was very strange.
Petrificus totalis.
Very strange. That's just a Dugbog or something over there. So, okay. Hopefully that won't eat the creatures I set free, but for now, we're here to the task at hand. Just to set all the mooncalves, including the goblin's pet. Trixie Biscuit. Okay, Biscuit. An actual lock. One to the other. Okay. A little green spark behind the camera, but
which one of you is Biscuit?
Who's the white one? Rescue. Oh, you actually have to. Yeah, rescue him. Shit. That might take a while. Well, I do have a lot of room. I think. I don't know how much room I have. Biscuit,
Everything's all right now.
come back. One mooncalf is good as any other for you right now. I think he would notice, especially their different color. Yeah, this might
No need
take
to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
a moment, but
Arresto momentum.
I'll get there eventually. Here comes the Doug bomb.
Professor Howard will never believe this.
Silly old Doug bomb. Okay. Dueling feat was just for that. Fitting enough. Oh, I got another challenge area there. I haven't done that since the first one I discovered, so we'll look forward to that eventually. Definitely. 2 at a time for that. Makes it easier. Track the next one down. Gotta catch 'em all. Like they say. Come back. Yeah, it would have been good to spot out a biscuit before. We have a wide area here. This is not the most pleasant collection. Crawl in the puddle. Just don't run from the knapsack. Okie dokie then. Lovely to see you so far, Alucard and Ren. 2 Dragon Knights bring the chat to life as it should be. Maybe an example to many other potential Dragon Knights. So we have a stable broadcast, good fun. Switch over to some Darkest Dungeon after, probably go back to Hogwarts at least, then I'll switch over. I'll do a little bit tonight. I've been mostly the grind lately to get the characters ready for the bosses, so that's been fun in itself. Preparation. Oh, that was close. Just there was a photo mode in the game, but I'd probably...
Let's get you back to Garniff, shall we?
There we go. I'd probably spend so much time taking pictures than actually playing, so... There probably is one, I just haven't bothered.
Descendo.
What is that? Thestral. Yeah, that's a Thestral there. Excuse the movement charms. Yeah, just one more mooncalf for the road. The Thestrals are hard to catch like the Hippogriffs, and if you fly with them, it doesn't make any difference. What is this area in general? This is the land of the dead here. Very interesting.
Arresto momentum.
Can catch a few at a time. Oh man, they are slippery.
Do cooperate, won't you?
Yeah, you can fly to them, like I said, but it doesn't make much difference. What is this area? It's interesting. Goblins, though.
Petrificus totalis.
Couple goblins. Not much loot. Yeah, just the land of the dead in winter. Does look interesting. Man, it's hard to catch a Thestral. Hippogriffs were hard enough, but these guys are really elusive. Full of the dead, you can breed them after all, but once they fly, there's basically no chance, so you have to anticipate their movements, get close enough, and hope you get all 5 checkpoints in time. Otherwise, it is for naught. Thestral's definitely challenging one to catch.
Professor Howell will never believe this.
Get the other challenge for beasts. Oh, I do have some flue flame. Flue powder here. For a great time of it. Ah, Effie.
Revelio.
Not the one with the invisibility potion that I'm still holding on to, but Effie Bones. The land of the dead.
Are you in some sort of trouble?
Nearly attacked by wolves, I was. Only just escaped with my life. I need to be better prepared next time. Could use some thunder brew. I don't suppose a student like yourself would be in possession of such a thing?
I don't believe you need it.
I'm afraid not. I'd help you if I could, but I don't actually have anything with me.
Well, that is unfortunate.
Another
I was hoping
potion.
you'd be better prepared.
How fitting is that? We won't make any judgment calls on her, we'll just deliver the goods. Bryn can be more judgmental. Okay. Interesting area, though. I wonder... Yeah, it's a little cottage here. This is all the way on East Northford Bog, so this is a bog. Yeah, there's a good amount of areas. Still have not explored all of this. Probably the end of the game for their Clagmar coast. But we see a good amount of stuff here. Great spine dug bogs. I imagine those are cut above. Let's see. Definitely interesting looking. Yeah, too late for that. Might as well just take care of him. Got that extra ancient magic. Turn to Garnoof with, how do I keep forgetting Biscuit? Yeah, Biscuit,
I know you don't
fairly common pet name, perhaps, but not that much.
I would say that Irondale.
Petrificus totalis.
Yep, it's that extra one there. It's whatever. Alright, we'll head back to Garnoof and then to Hogwarts, shortly to Darkest Dungeon. We could name Ren after the character, but I have a little more enthusiasm for that. Alucard, Plague Doctor, is ready to go. Hello.
Petrificus totalis.
My good old Wolfie. Get stunned by a Dragon Knight. Plenty of times wolves beat dragons and other pop culture stuff, so... the video game stuff, so enjoy the victories where we can. Where we can get them. Oh boy. Feel the breeze of the morning light, out adventuring all night. Whole lot of fun. Pretty much good to go. Quick couple texts, give me a moment. Okay. looking good. I think good enough for now. Let us continue. To Garnoof the Goblin. Internet basis. A bit of action. Teleportation. Sliding blink and I spit out ice water. Don't overshoot it. There you go. Got your biscuit.
Garnif, I've rescued Biscuit.
You have? Oh, is she hurt? Was she frightened? Are you all right?
Terrifying for both of us. Not at all.
Biscuit is fine, as am I. I was able to rescue her without much incident.
Oh, mercy. Where poachers are concerned, I tend to expect the worst. I cannot wait to get her home. I so miss seeing her dance in the evenings. Such joy.
I'm sure she'll be glad to be home. I'd like to be compensated for my efforts. She's safer with me if you want to be a real and keep Biscuit in the room of requirement. Oh my goodness. That is just too much. Nope, not this time. Oh my goodness. Yeah, for now we'll go the high road for Anthrol.
I'm glad she's safe now. I'm sure she'll be happy to go home.
Oh, that is a great weight off my mind. Oh, my sweet little Biscuit.
Break the goblin's
my
heart.
wise, noble moon calf. And here is your reward, of course. Well deserved. As I said before, you have restored my faith in wizard kind.
Glad to hear it. 1 second.
You've restored at least a modicum of my faith in wizard kind. Biscuit and I can't thank you enough.
Alright, interesting. Enough there. Funny stuff with the goblin and all there. A train of thought I cannot maintain too well, but anyway. Oh, I didn't mean to mention. Around the globe, I should have said, but anyway. Around the globe, around the world, all over the world, all over the globe. Back to Hogwarts. Where we shall change into the student. Oh yeah, I do not need that, you freaking bugged out rumor requirement quest marker. I was thinking, yeah, the Summoner's Court, level 2, whatever, or level 3, we could get to that. Where in the heck? Yeah, Summoner's Court, match 3. We could start off with that next time, change back to student costume, because the adventure gear is kind of immersion breaking, kind of dress code breaking, kind of ridiculous to be the only one wearing such fantastical magical items, where everyone you know in the great wizarding world after they graduate Hogwarts would wear stuff like that for the most part. Some more so than others, more flamboyant, more regal than others. All the students at Hogwarts pretty much wear the robe and the school uniform underneath the robe for their house of wizarding. Wonder, that's just the way it's designed. Okay, so I do like the dragon hide gear, I do like the goblin helmet. Here we have Grace Pinch Smedley with the astrolabe and the mer people shield. Yeah, both of those things, right? So we might as well change to full Hufflepuff gear, and we'll pick it up from there. It's time for some Darkest Dungeon for now, before it gets too late, 11 o'clock. Time moving slowly, appropriately here. So we're back to the dragon hide in a bit. Back to the legendary armored attire in a bit. Oh yeah, not the pajamas. Let's do just standard Hufflepuff here. I like the ones, yeah, regular pants. I don't really like the high stockings. So one of these, yeah, well, it's winter, so it makes sense not to have the short sleeve. Gloves, I guess I can keep, but helmet will be back. Asylum mask, yes, fine too. The dragon spectacles, always good, golden from. And we could put on the robe just because I feel like it. That's the more appropriate one. This one you'd wear like in the common room. You'd wear studying in between classes, free period. I don't know. There's some cases they would not wear the robe. Most of the time they have the robe, especially in winter. We'd even have the hood on sometimes. It's more for like adventure, daring, fighting, defending the castle on adventures with the clothes on. I don't know. So anyway, it's good for now. We will talk to Grace next time. Get to Summoner's Court level around 3. For now, let us hard save. We'll turn to that tomorrow. I was curious at what this load was actually for, like what progress in the game. I could load that just for the curiosity of it, so I stopped wondering. So when I got talents or something, yeah, I certainly hope the main save will be fine. I just load this one and not lose all that progress. I would really be upset about that, so let's hope that indeed is fine. I just want to take a look, the extra hard save file, because I haven't done a second one for Bryn yet, the Slytherin. I know I did this one for like specific reasons, specific mark of the quest, of the progress. I just cannot remember what it is, so let's take a look. TwitchCon, another one. Yeah, WonderCon has happened this weekend. Something like that. So we'll see about that soon. Just a moment. But Yeah, so at this point was investigate the goblin presence. Well, that was quite a while back in the storyline. Alright, well at least I know where he was in the storyline for that, so that's pretty much good enough. Answer my question there. And it does take a while to load back to the main menu, so I changed out of the uniform. We'll have all that ready for tomorrow. It's not too far away. Tomorrow is just a day away. A few hours away at this point. It's almost midnight, so... Now to midnight, let us pick it up with that. So far, great fun, Alucard and Rin in the chat. Let's keep it going, though. Darkest Dungeon. Active chatters or not. Funny, we have the Chernobyl icon on this guy. Is that what that is? I think I recognize that. Not that one. What happened? The one I clicked on is just... Oh, wait. Display capture wasn't even on. It was like a weird frog one. I thought I saw Chernobyl icon. Anyway. Looking good. Let's get to a little bit of Darkest Dungeon. Alucard and Rin, hope to see you after your drive home or so. Mr. Alucard, we shall now return to the Darkest Dungeon for the first time since yesterday. Good fun with it yesterday, but yeah, let's pick it up. Those mods are going good. I was curious, yeah, the one I got for the Dragon Knight, more or less, my subscribed item, let's see, how do you actually recruit them? Because they weren't on the wagons both time I checked the wagon. Hatchling Crocodilian, that looks funny. Is that a monster? It's probably for the other, before the pets released in Darkest Dungeon 2. There's actually pets. Alright, anyway. There's a lot of stuff on the workshop here, even though the second game isn't on Steam yet. That's funny. Kraken Slayer. Man, why do you have to do such... There's a Kraken, too. Such cool characters. Make it so hard for me to play the base game, get all these fun achievements, progress, and legends. Alright, this will load in a moment. And then we'll take a look at the dragon one. See if there's any special instances, special requirements to recruit him, because I know he's definitely in the game. The mod definitely works, definitely applied, because I see even like legendary. Shuffler station. So I can change the name of the save file, but apparently not. It's annoying. You can actually enable Crimson Court anytime in this save file. That's cool. So I don't actually have to wait to defeat it or make a new save file. I can do that anytime. We'll probably do that instead of making a whole new one. You can disable the shield breaker. Might be star. What is that other one? The tides is like how the DLC, like foreign tides or something. I don't know. So we'll just enable that later. But for now, I want to try to beat the base game. Can't disable Butcher's Circus. Yeah, we've got Dragon, Mains, and Inventory Expansion. That is it moving forward. Until I add a new one, you will see when I add a new one. But that is good for now. Hamlet, after seeing Hamlet tonight, I left the program in the other room, but did indeed see Hamlet tonight, so it's fitting we go back to Hamlet. junior version of Hamlet, pretty fun. And The Lion King also, but discuss that later with Ren and Alucard when they come back and chat more of the fun details. Fun stuff like that. Alrighty then. Check out. I have that 9806
back across
YouTube URL.
Boatmen be damned.
Yeah, so these I want to do at least get him back because he's an adventurer. I don't need the Seeker or the Apprentice back. I don't even know how they died. It's been so long ago they don't like keep any things for me to remember them, so if I get the Adventurer, I'm gonna have to dismiss a Seeker, so I guess Ghoul, get us in. I like the Vestal, but we have some good Vestals right now. Don't really have too many other Seekers except a Flagellant, Shieldbreaker, Crusader. Yeah, I like the Vestal, but I think I'm trying to get better with the Flagellant, so I already know a lot about the Vestal. It seems like it's better to dismiss one that I know more about rather than don't know about, so Sea Letter Ghoul, you'll be fine.
It is done. Turn yourself now to the condition of those poor devils who remain.
Get him back here, next to the other Man-at-Arms, or just between some, I don't know.
The raw strength of youth may be spent, but his eyes hold the secrets of 100 campaigns.
Good to go. Yep, got the Fallen Heroes back. Sadly not Stink or anything, or Zugli, or Phoenix, or Cyanide. Those are some high levels that died here. But, yeah, Stink being the top of all of them. Where is Stink? There he is. Legend Jester. Yeah, that was my first legend. Died in the Necromancer boss counter, I believe. Alright, so we got him back. He has rabies. I should probably treat that right away. No, wait, rabies fine. Vampiric Spirits. Debuffs are annoying. You can counter out with the trinkets. It's just debuffs, though. Herbs help with that too, so it's not the worst thing. I think I pretty much upgraded. I did other treatment. Oh, actually, we didn't for him. He's a bit stressed out, yeah. I think it's because he's carrying the head, though. Head is kind of annoying, but does give him more damage. A whole lot more. He's not very much damage dealer, though. He's more of a tank and a protector, so let me just take that off. Alright, we got extra dodge if torch below 51, plus 8 crit if torch below 26, negative 10% damage if torch above. So that definitely doesn't help for having the torch up. That's probably one I should just sell, to be honest. What else? Yeah, there's a lot of torch dependent things like that, but alright, we got stun, we've got move, we've got blight, disease resist, less speed. That's good for just the tank, I guess. Doesn't make much difference, but less speed, he might like get us an extra turn or something. It's not very good, but doesn't make too much difference. Alright, so he needs treatment right away for stress, though, anyway. He is not drinking, but other than that, we can just send him to remove one of these or something. Max HP, prone to stealing item. That's cost 5,500 because it's a permanent one. It's a lot more expensive. So let me just do a tiny one. At least that'll take him out of the current roster. Got plenty of money to work with here. Just considering naming new people, new warriors. We already have Alucard though here from chat tonight. So Alucard, the top here with your lovely green name. We'll choose some other rare names. I was thinking other titles and such for that. For Ren or such, I want to try a rare name for Ren. I'll just bring up that guide at any time. Again, I actually have it right here for colored hero and save names. One of the guides actually useful on Steam. Most of the guides are not very useful, so it's nice when they are. Alright, looking stable, looking steady. Let's keep it going for the time being. At least a good hour of it and get some more grinding done. Prepare for the bosses. Getting there, you know, all these characters. We got 2 champions already. They're all taken care of from the last adventure. Yeah, let me actually just look at the whole roster here. That's weird, they like prioritize on the top anyway. Quite a few masters at this point, a decent amount of champions, a few veterans, and then it just goes down to adventurers and apprentices, seekers being brand new. Check the wagon. Oh.
The campaign can wait. For now, carnage calls.
Freaking Butcher's Circus. Alright. Nobody necessary there. So that's fine. Use as high upgraded as they can go at the moment. We'll take another look. Yeah, the max upgrades, max heirlooms. For now, I just need to get the blueprints, prepare for the bosses. He's still talking in the freaking curing. That's really funny. They added some funny little like dialogue and stuff there, even though it's just text. It is very entertaining sometimes. Alrighty, I don't like the Shrieker. He was pretty annoying. Where the enemies, that allies aren't complaining like they do sometimes. So yeah, we can keep up this current roster. It's good. He's fine in the back. Alucard fine in the second to back, to be sure. Flagellant getting used to still, but he seems pretty good in the front too. I don't really remember needing this heal, but it says heal 37% max HP, self-healing debuff, redeem, but can only be used twice per battle. So similar to the Jester's finale, it is not something you can keep doing indefinitely. It says uses per battle for a reason. But I think he'll be good for now. We're just doing the early ones to level him up a bit more. Get these also to a champion level so they can take on the boss again, in which case we will try to do well. So we need one in the front. Elsa, should you come back here perhaps? Nah, she has Captivate, so she's not good in the front. Is he good in the front? Doesn't make any difference, does it? Yeah, he's fine in the front. Her on the second position, we bring back Elsa, getting her to champion. She has been treated, I guess, so she's looking good. Elsa, if you are ready to take front position, I think that'll be just fine. Yeah, she got the Venomous Vial, the Sun Ring. None of them have any dark stuff, right? Yeah, just making sure, because kind of silly I have all this Cartographer Camp, other benefits, trinkets for high Torchlight. I have a lot that don't even affect from Torchlight, but just the one Sun Ring. She is a little more effective above 75, so. But it adds some stress, so it has, you know, drawbacks. Now we check, should we do Warrens, Ruins, Cove? Actually, it's between these 3, so. I would like a long one if possible, but we pretty much only have medium or short. I think medium you get more, though. All Saints Day, you get a town event. You get a town event for most of these, except the short one, because it's short. So let's see, is it Warrens or Ruins for you guys? I don't really care too much. We got Ruins Explorer. Ruins Explorer, alright, looks like Ruins. And Ruins Tactician, that's very good, so. Yeah, you have to have a lot of these benefits in your favor to really make the most of it. Medium, probably better to do than the town event. You get extra Resolve XP. There's a Resolve XP reward somewhere, but I don't have that at the moment. Alright, trinkets good. Location good. Party, relatively good. Not really a solid tank, but we'll get the job done. It's only apprentice after all. Getting them to champion here. They are on their way to champion. About to finish off masters, so let's head to medium here. It's not too long, but long enough. Alright, all I can take for that. So nice to have this freaking inventory mod. Makes my life so much easier, let me tell you. Sometimes it's a little excessive because I don't need that much food or that much other supplies, but that's all in good balance considering this would be literally almost the whole inventory if I had not expanded it, so. Alright, is that it then? I think so. Good balance of stuff, plenty of extra money and such. Let's get to it. Thank you for coming by there, Alucard, Rin. Great to see you both. Look forward to chatting with you again soon. For now, we are at 2% drop frames, not too terrible here. The 2-hour, 22-minute mark. Stable. And good to go.
There is power in symbols. Collect the scattered scraps of faith and give comfort to the masses.
Meant to mention earlier, when Rin came in, I was about to test voice mod. She had already heard that last time. It was a little distressing to her, perhaps. So I didn't think we need to do that again. It's late enough now. Without active chat, I don't think we really need to do it now either. I will demonstrate it tomorrow before we get to Micro Chapter 9 or such. Plenty of time of that to look forward to, so. That will be just fine. If you are lurking out there, would love to chat with you before the stream is ending. Let's see what we got here. For at least a solid, 45 minutes or so of grinding, getting these masters to champion level so we could finally take on the boss again. 3 holy relics, they could be anywhere. Let's start off with some maggots. -9 decibels, hopefully a decent balance. We'll figure that out.
Another
very funny thing
abomination
overall, you'll see on
cleansed from
Instagram,
our lands.
personal story. Some great times before dinner with friends, so good stuff.
Executed with impunity.
For Hamlet and the Lion King. He's actually out of position. I'm always considering which ones can I use in which position. Again, though, I messed up. He should actually be in the back. But he does like to be in the front 3 for that.
Foolish horrors.
Ugh.
Brought low and driven into
That's
the mud.
so weird. He likes to be in the front 3 for that. He can only be in the back 2 for that. Or is that just because of the... No, it's because of the enemy. Never mind. That was because of the enemy target. They were too much in the front to take either of those. That's what that was. Yeah, he can do these in the 3rd position. He can only do this in the 3rd position. But because the enemy position has to be in the back versus the front, and those maggots were all in the front. Gotcha. We're figuring these things out. Good for stress and the rest. I haven't tried a dog treat on the bookshelf. I don't think that would work. Let's go ahead and get an unsettling bit of stress. Just a little bit of stress for you, Elsa. Plenty of torches and other supplies, though. Plenty of money, reliquary. It's a challenging game. It's just a matter of patience, grinding to it, coming back multiple times. You're at 56 hours. I'm finally getting ready to clear out some other bosses, so it's definitely a gradual advance to the game. Alright, reliquary. I haven't tried much on this, so let's try a few things. Holy water would make the most sense, though. Nope. Alright, how about a shovel? Nope. How about anti-venom? Nope. How about a torch? Nope. How about a key? Nope. How about some herbs? Nope. How about some bandages? Don't need to do firewood. Alright, I tried. Oh, that's because it's the quest item.
waiting to be spent.
I thought I saw this recently and I didn't realize this is the quest item. Alright, well at least I've tried it, now we know. Don't mess with quest items at all. It's just a waste of resources I don't need. It's not a big deal. Anyway. It's fine.
Another one falls.
Another turn with fun. Just good times. We have your enhanced stream avatars, hopefully enjoyed by Renren and Alucard earlier. And we have some new avatars. Anyone who would like to see those? We debuted the Reinhardt one yesterday. Since no active chat at the moment, it might be a good time to debut another Overwatch one. It was hinted yesterday. Ah, actually spawned right away. That's funny, but I do have some marble ones. Let's do at least one of these marble ones instead of just my mini Overwatch ones. Alright. Got quite a few, but for the fun of it. I have some disabled, that's right. I've actually got a lot of them disabled, so it doesn't let me put those back on, it would seem. Well, Venom isn't disabled. Let's get Venom in here. Why not? Just for the fun of it. I saw Venom recently, so that's a good one. I mean, I saw Avatar of Venom recently. It's good.
Back to the pit.
Spawned Venom for you. I wish I could name him also. I wish I could change the font name, just like the characters here. Pluck, Ned, and Elsa having the brighter red and the darker red, for example, and Alucard with the green. It'd be nice if you could do that with stream avatars too, but I haven't figured that out. There's a lot I haven't figured out for stream avatars, but Transform is definitely a nice new one. Check that out. Oh yeah. That's a good one to be sure. Anyway. Looking fine here.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Still back and forth. Pretty good to go. I would say so. We will test the stream occasionally. Not too much. Nominate for a face reveal. Anyone wanted to do that, but Discord chat channels are a tricky thing. Their plague grenade is more of like a subtle damage, not something that does too much. Elsa, lead the way here, please. Yeah, it's annoying with those quest items, reliquary antiques. Exactly how they work there. Venom, pretty interesting. I looked for a Carnage one. It was not part of the main Marvel pack, at least. I did not find it, but he's pretty good. Venom, at least representing the symbiotes. The green pus and spit is interesting. Acid, basically. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's got some nice animations, like the actual Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever it was from. Oh boy. Should we fight the Shambler here? It's nice and red. Has it always been that red? Don't remember it being quite so iridescent. Sacrifice of fire is the gate to ruin. Place a torch if you crave the void. He gets some Terrazahedrons or something, doesn't he? We're ready for him. Not gonna get any ready for him in the camp or anything. We could camp just to fight him, but we can camp to recover from him too, so yeah, let's do it. Touching it doesn't do anything, so have at the Shambler. It's time, your time again. That thing from the stars was interesting yesterday. That was definitely an interesting little encounter from the crystalline plane of existence, realm, whatever it's called. Terrifying figure emerges from the darkness. Okay, there's nothing you can do for the torch. It's permanently dark here.
Horror.
So Shambler is not a good one to fight. No use, this is all the light we're getting for now. Yeah, interesting stuff. We'll get him though. Or die trying, I mean. I don't know if he stacks to the level or to the character's level, probably. Make it balance. We'll see. Oh, that's a good hit. Maybe he does stack to the dungeon level then. Not the character. That would make more sense. His sycophants are more dangerous than him, though, is the funny thing. Alright, move forward there, plucking it. Mark him, I guess, before we move back. Try to shift some positions. He has the move forward, but I just want to blight him right off the bat. That was good. Wow, yeah, we are definitely good swords to face him in this apprentice level with all master characters. Alright, no problem there. Let's move forward on that one. 8 to 15, probably better than the puncture, yes. Puncture has some specific use, but it's for guard. It's if they have a guard up, that's what it is. That's for the shield breaker. Sycophants, so annoying. Alright, we'll move him back. We marked him already. Can't mark him anymore than he's already marked. Nasty sycophants. Shamblers. It's not guard, just stab him. The sycophants have killed my heroes, whereas I've defeated a shambler before, so. Oh yeah, let's take that. Thank you. Lead skill chance. We can move him forward and he can bite too. Alright, have at them, Hound. Shambler will be ours. He's just about to die, so let's take care of these guys. Okay, they have some, yeah, a lot of resistance.
It could be dismissed,
but he was
as
dead
a
no matter.
Dream. If not for the corpses.
Yes, freaking sycophants are OP. We cannot underestimate the sycophants. Come on. Oh man. They have some really powerful resistances. But they don't have too much health. Yeah, another option for you, Alec. Stunned though, that's good. Beat him up, Hound. 78%.
Press
Got it.
Disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
That's what we wanted. Hopefully decent audio balance here. -9 decibels. I hope so.
Continue
Great.
the onslaught.
Let's finish him off. A little bit of damage, nothing too bad. Lock of Patience for the Abomination only. 10% virtue chance. That's pretty good for Abomination if he gets stressed. Interesting. That's a new one, yeah. I've not seen that. Alright, black is pitched. Let's go and camp right in the next room. We have a trap here. Can you see the trap? Yeah. Who is good at disarming? Alright, default party order. Yeah, that's fine. Also leading the way, and we have here the
If only treasures could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Better not have monsters in here. Alright, let's go and camp. Because I don't really need to, but should we camp? Let's just light the torch. I mean, did you get torch back after camping? Seems like you do. I have plenty of torches though, so deciding should we camp or should we just fight in the dark. I'm probably not gonna need the camping much later anyway. Yeah, why not? Anyway.
Gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
Okay. Talk him down a little bit. Alucard's stressed out from the Shambler. Because the Blasphemous Vial is likely stun, blight, and accuracy, though. He has ranged skills, yeah, except the melee, so that's good. That is good stuff for that. Don't really need armor piercing. He doesn't have any diseases to remove. Doesn't need to heal himself. So we get that, yeah. Surprise. Don't need any medication. Add some accuracy doesn't hurt, yeah. That's a good one, actually. That's perfect for him. Don't need to eat extra food here, it's just how it's designed. Alright, snake skin. Do what is required. And rest. Okay. That will be lovely.
The way is lit. The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
We will have the strength to follow it. Okie dokie then. Next little teaser for next emote will be the Lurk emote, Dragon Lurk emote. I am trying to get commission that. I might need to ask Marsh or some other artist if the one I reached out to originally out on Facebook. They disappear on Facebook. Add them on Discord. I hadn't talked to them on Discord before. See if they get back to me in the next couple days. Otherwise, I'll probably reach out to Marsh or so and ask for artist recommendations, because could design my own lurk emote, but I'd like to leave it to the professionals so you have a really good experience with emotes. Yeah, I think one emote drawn by myself is enough. A black background, I could remove that transparency sometime, but is it really worth it, you know? Depends. I mean, it is worth it, but better effort spent for the main adventure, main stream here. We shall see. Okay. That's looking pretty good. Here we go. Get those sparkling gases. Mr. Alucard. There you go. Now, Hound can cause bleed too, so both of them. It's pretty strong. It's got a bandage, bone, rabble, bone. So actually, they are different. They just look similar to. They are indeed upgraded, though. That's right.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Bleed resistance, yeah, might as well. Try to bleed them if you get the chance. It's a well-made game. Get the hang of it, you get over the initial grief and discouragement of just losing your characters. You come back to it. It is a good time. So the second one, taller characters. We'll look forward to
these nightmarish
and the mods make such a difference.
They can be beaten.
Key for that chest. Let's get them heirlooms. That is what I need. It's been really good to grind just for resources, stuff like that too. In addition to the resolve. So I'm liking that for sure. Backtracking a bit. Surprise some of the patrols. That'll be fine. Oh yeah, forgot to move them back in position, but that's what it is. We'll take care of them.
Eradicated.
That's good. Good enough. Minimal damage, I would think, yeah. Don't really have a healer, because he can only heal very specifically. Yeah, this is a weird ability that is hard to actually use. I don't know. I'm trying to get him to heal, but it'll be fine. Yeah, extra food and such.
As victories
if
mount,
we needed it.
So too will resistance.
Okay. Alucard gonna survive no matter what. We already beat the Shambler. That'll be the toughest thing from this dungeon. We just need the one more relic anyway, so won't be too difficult. Here, the Shambler pedestal. Good time of it. Come on through. See what we can do. Most definitely. It's best for them, but... Oh, 80% on that, damn. Get it with the hound. Oh, 75%. Unlucky. There it goes. These elements, yeah, Monroe, basically. Monroe patches, or whatever. Dark Souls inspiration.
A decisive pummeling.
Some of those right bit there. Get what we need.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Some Marvel Strike Force. Soon, could do it tomorrow, but excited for other adventures for now. It's not one of the best ones to stream on BlueStacks. We're at a mobile stream, which is fine occasionally. So I'll consider it, but now we have the Marvel avatars, I'll definitely do it at some point. It's pretty fitting with that.
A death by inches.
There you go, Monroe. See you with your shotgun madness later.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Pretty intense.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Map, that'll work. Kleptomaniac at the moment, Alucard, but that's alright. Go to the Curio in case it's the quest. I'd rather just move on. It's a pretty long one for being like medium or whatever. So get through it. It's a bookcase, there's not much to open. Crazy plucknet. Got a trap here. Before I forget, move them around. Back 1, forward 3. Back 2, forward 2. Don't know what it even describes. Alright, we finished the quest. Might as well get that curio back there, I guess. Alright. Take all. Uh-oh.
The abbot will be grateful. The trappings of his faith.
I wanted to continue
have been
adventuring,
restored.
but it doesn't matter, yeah. I was like thinking the opposite of what it actually was, so anyway, it's good. We'll get the curio later. Solve XP, we have 2 new champions. Alucard, welcome to Championship. Boskin Quet, the Houndmaster, using him a lot lately, so he is awesome. All positive virtues there, positive quirks. That's good, and one step closer to the boss.
Take advantage of this faith-fueled charity.
Welcome
It
to
will
visit
not
Steve
last.
Hours. Cloister is free, Transept is free, Penance Hall is free. What? Oh, it's all in the app, yeah. Alright. So yeah, you might as well use the Cloister, Transept, Penance Hall all in the same abbey here. Could be a good time to upgrade these. We definitely don't need treatment costs because it's free. Free. Why are you in here though, you silly jerk? Increased stress recovery, treatment, get rid of that. I'll just do both of
Gilded
those.
icons and dogmatic rituals.
Yep, that's the best thing to do
some,
for now.
A tonic against the bloodshed.
So, pray, flagellate, peace. This is only for stress, but might as well take advantage of it being free. Oh, that's right, he can only... He can only gamble or something. What is it? Will not take part in prayer after certain traumatic events. Well, apparently he had a traumatic event because Oh, you can't do Pit Assault. Okay. Plucknet, is it really worth it? 2 stress? I don't think so. Is it really worth it? 8 stress? Maybe. Definitely worth it for him. He has a lot of stress. Wait, he didn't actually get stress reduced from taking away the trait. I was kind of hoping it would by like some fluke. But no. That did not actually do anything for stress. It just removed the quirk, and that's it. So, another reason not to get attached to these characters. It takes so long to do certain stuff. Sorry, go ahead and pray. Yeah, 8 stress. Might as well not even send either of these ones in. Nobody else really needs it. It might help just to put them in anyway, so why not? Pray for your next mission. And this stupid caretaker. Oh my goodness. Anyway. Caretakers like they got provisions or something. Looking good for now. Any upgrades for these level 5s? No, they just got level 5. No. Well, I'm gonna come back to that anyway to get the next level. So, soon enough, I'll be upgrading that. For now, I still need the blueprint. That's where we're excited to take care of the bosses. Cartographers and Performance Hall is good for now. I think we are ready for the next. Let's enjoy another dungeon or 2, depending how the next one goes. Get to those bosses throughout the week, maybe end of the week or something. We shall see. Still have some other champions to get it for now. Plucking it out of commission. Message out of commission. Elsa is ready. So is plucking it. Champion, would you do a green one? Such child's play. He refuses. So we have to get others to 5. Marsh could work here. You do need to be in the front too, though, so maybe not. Grim. Jester is pretty good in the... Not, he's one of the front too. Mo, I think, also in the front. We need more for the back, so Highwayman, perhaps. Yeah, he's pretty good. Not this one. Who's the other Highwayman? I've unorganized my classes here. Let me see. Oh, it doesn't let you organize them here in this menu? That's annoying. Sort by class. Yeah, maybe that'll work. Alright, Hellion is in the front. Abomination is in the front. Or at least the third. But yeah, for the most part, in the front is better. The third you can get away with. You only have like 2 abilities, not in the, but not. It's worth it to not do that. Man at Arms, more effective in the front. Highwayman, I'll make sure it's this Highwayman. Yeah, he can be 3rd. That's fine. But he's only level 1. Unlock all these other abilities, I swear. I could just go without that ability, but that's kind of pointless. Makes sense to do level 2 over level 1, though. I'm about to get them to champion, yeah. I mean, I could, but it's just kind of a waste. And the Occultist is fine in number 4, right? Hands from the Abyss. It's a good stun, but the main thing is his heal, so... Silverback coming back. Elson Plugnet. Kirkin with the Virtue Chance. And the Death Blow Resist. That's a really good one. That must be worth a lot. There is no disadvantages, no downside to this one. So I'm curious just how much it's worth. That is worth 7,500 gold just for that. Compared to the common ones with like 1,000. So 7 times the worth for that one. Virtue and Death Blow. I don't know why I put it on him, I just was trying to put it on someone, I guess. Got dodge, speed, less accuracy for range skills. So is he really good for range? 1 melee. Not really, but he does have more dodge, more speed. It's just accuracy, but still kind of silly. He won't have that one because he's not in the front. With level 2, I could just, yeah, get him some new abilities, but maybe just take that one out for now because we need the range. Alright, let's dodge, more disease resist. Virtue and death blow, just keep included. Him I've got less food consumed, more max HP, less healing. And the map, which is also a good one. Another ancestral one there. Worth a whopping 7,500. Yeah, you definitely don't want to lose the ancestral trinket. I think so. For the most part, should be pretty good party. Decent positions, him for the healing, him for the shooting, her for the shield breaking and the poison, him for whatever the heck the flagellant really does. Still trying to figure it out. 3 animalistic shrines. Should we go to the Warrens? We've got Ruins Explorer, Ruins Tactician, Ruins Explorer, but I've only got the higher ones there, so just in the interest of getting them a champion. Get those animalistic shrines. Oh yeah, pickaxe to use on the quest, but we also want a shovel in addition to that. Alright, enough stuff here. Just to be ready for anything. Same those shards for those other unique trinkets. So we'll see about that later. For the most part, though, it's looking good. Let's finish it off with this one then. Come back to it nice and early tomorrow. Almost midnight, almost 3-hour stream. Good balance for now. Good to see Alucard. And Ren, hopefully chat more of you on the morrow. Dragon Knights of the community. Other fun times, to be sure. Okie dokie. Well, that'll be good enough. Let's see. Back to the swine, yep. The swine with their disease resistance thanks to their unclean living. That's kind of contradictory.
The swine draw power from their horrid markings and crude idols.
Yeah.
Tear them down.
We'll take care of them for you. Elsa leading the way through the pig people. Nasty old pig bear. We'll see what needs to be done.
Impressive.
It was pretty impressive. Mark target, debuff target. Whatever works, I guess. He might bleed out, yeah. Still might cause disease. If he got disease, that'd be ideal, because he can remove it in camp. He's like the perfect one to get disease. There's not many other people who have such convenient things like that. He's gonna bleed out. I'll just poison this big boy. Snakes for the pig. Carrion. That's a weird worm. I would not like to see a worm like that in my backyard. Alright, pushed him back. No big deal. Duelist advance. Might work from the 4th there. We'll see. Anti-venom for Elsa. As well. Finish one of these off.
Obliterated.
Yeah, be bleeding and poison out, so not too worried about it. Alright. Just about there.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Whipping with the magical self
these nightmarish
damage
creatures
you.
can be felt.
That is
They
an
can
interesting.
be
I've seen
beaten.
that somewhere before. Oh yeah, he hits himself, he damages the enemy. That must have been
A fortune
a movie or something.
waiting to be spent.
Ouch. A little bleed for you, Elsa. It's not on the map. I can't really see it coming because it's really just blends in here. These hidden traps. That's why scouting helps. All right, break it down. Restored it, or whatever. Good enough. I guess that's that. Carry on. Shadowy and dim. Radiant. Some books. Don't burn the books, whatever you do. Alright, just a little. Did I just decrease the torch? I think that was all that happened. Curses. Oh, almost failed. Saw that in time. Ugh. Thankfully you tanked it. Traps and more traps. When we get this initial curio, then I'll probably go back. Well, see what it is. Oh, map. So the curio could be the quest item. This one is empty, I think, so don't really need to go in there. Get the books again. All right, take a look. Nothing. Trap just... Oh, shit. I was basically on top of it, so...
Ancient traps lie in wait. Unsprung and
The
thirsting
pigs
for
like their
blood.
traps, I think. Another ones. Alright, a totem of some kind here. We shall see what it is.
Annihilated.
Good snakes for Elsa. Pistol shot on him.
Eradicated.
Much better having taken out that accuracy. And yeah, the disease one actually was quite fitting for the Warrens. I'm really planning that out. Resist disease is good on the big people. Quite a lot. They're dangerous. Interesting ball and chain butcher cut. Look where it hurts. Interesting abilities. And Mark him, why not? Well, I don't have anything to capitalize on Mark, but does have less dodge. Kind of it. If you only had the Mark, it'd be kind of useless, but less dodge never hurts. For us. Because we are the heroes of the realm. Take care of business. Against the evil wretches.
Destroyed.
Pretty much. Wow, we've now debuted both a bit of Overwatch and Marvel Avatars. Look forward to community and join them soon.
But a victory
At least
nonetheless.
they are here. Can't use the pickaxe on that. Prominently on display, a strange power can be felt in its presence. Let's try the holy water. Nothing. Try the shovel. Nothing. Could try other stuff, but I kind of doubt it's gonna work, so let's just take our chances. Just a little, one round until camp. I hope the round, yeah, let's see if that fourth advantage works for this actual round coming up, not just traveling. I mean, I would think so. No, a round is literally just a few steps in traveling. That's pretty silly. How would you go literally into a hallway battle right after that totem? Have to ask an expert about that, because that seems silly that the round travel, it just won't work at least for the round in combat. And a round in combat is just one turn, basically. So, it's not even that much there anyway. But at least you would have that, right? That's weird. Very strange. Strange design there. Oh, the trap. Don't even care at this point. It's good. Good enough. That one's empty. Break it down. Decimated, don't really do much to it, but as long as it gets the effect, I guess. A bit of hunger, plenty of supplies. Take some extra loot, no heirlooms, but money is good. Insipid swine noises from the background. Interesting. Okay. Curio over obstacle, just a trap, it's not a big deal. Cobweb trap, basically. It is nothing to be afraid of. Alright, take a look, pluck. Good effect, hopefully. Photomania. Nice. Backtracker. That's when you don't get stressed from backtracking. It's a silly one, so... Photomania. Don't really know what that means, but okay. He likes his photos in the candlelight, torchlight. Something like that. Mark and dodge. Can do some stealth. Oh wait, this is actually tracking shot. Forget how this one works. It's just to kill someone in stealth, basically. But it does give you a nice boost, so... it's kind of good. He's dead. Just delayed. Virtual markings and things. Munch with the crunch.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
That's right, that's right. Okay. We are getting there, bit by bit. Everything that is needed set at the top of those bosses. It's been a long time coming.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Yeah, no reason to stack those, so might as well get 2 until camp. Probably not likely to camp now. Unless I felt like getting the stress relief at the end of the adventure. Not much need for that. Alright, so one of these last rooms here, I'm hoping for the end.
Such blockages are unsurprising. These tunnels predate even the earliest settlers.
Earliest settlers, yeah, I'm gonna burn these to remove a -1. Alright, let's do it. Scrolls of Evil Writing, Nervous Bleeder removed. It's a nice free quirk removal, basically. Quirk. That torch above 75 for the Sun Ring. Otherwise, you're wasting that extra stress on her. She isn't getting much stress, but when you do, you know, it's just more painful. Take care of them.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Yeah, these are pretty well prepared characters. He's the lowest of the bunch, but any other champions about to join the fray, so...
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
It's pretty good. No big deal for stress since I can go to the camp anyway to remove it, so... Let's see. Trudge over that wretch's body. That's funny.
Unnerved, unbalanced.
Decent stress, but nothing you can't really overcome.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
A simple pierce will work for that.
Continue the onslaught.
Glorious.
Destroy them all.
Very glorious. Unlocked strong box. Yeah, okay. Nothing to be done with that. Don't need to use the key, so. Extra jade. Let me tell you, what a freaking relief. I cannot stress enough having more inventory slots here. It just makes the life quality of the game all the much better. What a freaking relief. Oh boy, 3 wretches. Get some diseases on Plucknet if you will. That'd be nice. Can only hit one at a time. That's good. Not her. Not Elsa. Nasty wretches. Vomit is their only skill, is the thing, so. Yeah. Shoot them full of holes. That'll definitely kill him, but that will too. Actually did pretty good damage for being a debuff. Alright. Get out of here, wretches. Push me another time.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Create heirlooms, that's a nice find. Definitely. Expanded inventory, making things so much easier. Don't really need a backtrack here, but curio is curio. Why not? This one used bandage design. Good bit of gold. Extra food I'll just sell at the end, I guess. Might as well camp up here, but there's really no reason to. Oh, unexpected trap. Good to watch out for that. That just came after the fact, so it's like they just bypassed it the first time. If you want to think of it realistically. Suspension of disbelief, I don't know. It better be here, it might not. We shall see. Oh, give some diseases to him, come on. Crit just added stress in it, so not to him. Wrong one. Gosh dang it. Gray rots for, yeah, a lot of negative effects. But 20% max HP. Less accuracy, less damage. Not a good one having the Highwayman. He's not a tank in the first place. I'll probably get rid of that. The Plague Doctor can remove it in Camp 2. You don't have to go to the sanitarium for it, but we'll see. In the meantime, might as well heal. Yeah, these guys are tougher. I might be the torch, I don't know. Something. We'll stand up to them out there, not be felling these almost champions on apprentice level dungeon. It's kind of hard to believe they do so much damage against these higher levels. But nature of the game, some mobs will be tougher than others. Can't always make it smooth sailing, otherwise it would have beat the game by now. Definitely.
Gently.
Really the lowest difficulty, keep in mind, so. Yeah. And you thought yourself impervious.
Be gone, fiend.
There we go. Yeah, we could camp now, just because. Extra damage. The Moonshine Barrel. Gets temporary buff from this, I don't know. Barrel that reeks of powerful liquors. Human heads on it. That's just 30 damage till camp. All of them some really good buffs till camp, so let's make use of it. On the end of the quest with no enemies. Oh, we found the secret room though. We're coming back for that, that's for sure. So let's go ahead and finish this off just because it's here. No reason to go double back and forth. Continue adventuring and get my trapezohedrons. And that will be that. Could camp for the stress. I guess we might as well. It's only a quick little de-stress. But first, trapezohedrons, plenty of keys, so have at it.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Definitely worth it. Definitely what I wanted. Plenty of it. Definitely what we wanted there.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
That last curio here, don't need the battle. Curio could be something really good because it's between two hallway battles. Maybe that would be extra reason for it to be good, but nah, that's alright. Let's just go ahead and camp. Call it a night.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
It already is one, so yeah, feeling fine. Get rid of that extra stress, doesn't hurt. Remove mortality debuffs, reduce torchlight by 100 plus 15 strength. It's good for mortality with that. That's a very specific one. That's a funny one. Dark ritual. Abandon hope, remove self-stress, but everyone else gets stress. abandon hope. That seems like contradictory, but it helps him. It's kind of funny. 2 + 2 is 4. See, things are not so uncertain. It's helpful sometimes. He did not get a disease. Sadly, he got a disease. But I can't help you with that, so... Yep, nothing much else to be done. Just do random stuff. Last bit of stress we have... I guess. He has the less stress trinket though, doesn't he? Yep, well, quite the background here. Hanging flesh. It is indeed horrific.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That is that. Trapezohedrons in check. Nothing much else here. We'll pick it up tomorrow or next time.
Robbed of their writings, the swine will grow ever more ignorant. If such a thing were possible.
Ignorant swine. Can we crest 20,000? We have 2 new champions. Platinum and Elsa in the fray. And another freaking disease. Let me treat some of those right away. Yeah. Pressure in the tunnels.
No longer exhale the toxic
express relief outside the abatement of the nauseating odor emanating from the ancient aqueducts. Resolve XP in Warrens on X Quest. 15% damage in Warrens. Well, whatever they go into Warrens next one. I will keep in track of that for the next one. Even if it is a tough one, we can do it. First thing, though, is to cure diseases. Yeah, negative 20% damage. Not good for the big damage dealer. Oh yeah, Sanitarium. Any upgrades before I do that? No, this is already best it can be for diseases. Medical ward, though, can go up to 3 if we do that. I might need that, but first let's just do hers and his, right? The Grey Rot. I mean, I feel like the max HP is less helpful on him because he's not a tank anyway. Negative 10 accuracy. Negative 10 damage. I could just live with it, but... I want him to do more damage, is the thing. Should I live with it because it has at least the benefit to it, like rabies gives damage other stuff? I don't know. I'll come back to it. Looking good for now. Alrighty, fun times here tonight. Let us pick it up very soon tomorrow. Some Thursday adventures, return to Micro, other good fun of the sort. Not much of a stream ending last night, I guess, so let's go ahead. Take a look at that. Yeah, that's pretty good for now. Alright, until tomorrow, have a good night. Thank you again to Alucard and Renren for stopping by. It was good times. Shall see you soon. Debuted that new command for now, that was fun. Fun stuff tomorrow. Have a nice night. See you shortly.
Now you're a hero. You managed to beat the whole damn game. We're happy you made it, but how are you gonna spend the rest of this day? Now you maybe